Yes. Miami Dolphins fans, fear not. My name is Dan Day. My cousin Vladimir Lewis on with me. If you're watching on the Twitch and YouTube, you see Vlad's face as I say, Miami Dolphins fans, fear not. Jalen Ramsey out probably till December. We got that. Still got Xavier Howard, but now we may have an answer. No, not Cam Smith, the rookie. Definitely not Noah Igbenogany. Nick Needham is coming off that Achilles. Don't worry, though. Mike McDaniel, Chris Greer, making moves. They went out and got free agent quarterback Eli Apple. What? Now,
Actually, that's a good pickup.
I mean, you need
It's actually a
corner.
good pickup. You got a vet who's been in who was played for Cincinnati. He's been and played in Super Bowl. But he also gets burnt a lot. And guys really love going against Eli Apple and giving him the business.
He's that guy.
And plus, he's also the nephew of Michael Blackson.
That everybody picks on. You know, like Blake Griffin in the NBA, people are always testing him. Eli Apple's that guy in the NFL that everyone's like, look at this. Giants great. Not Saints.
Oh, no, he was not a Giants great.
Definitely not a Saints great.
Because, dude, they were, remember, his mom was very vocal. Annie Apple.
He's kind of left every team that he's played for in a wake. His mom got into it with the Giants. He said some bad things, not just about the Saints organization, but about the city of New Orleans. Cincinnati, he was a backup, but I mean, what are you going to do? We don't know what we have with Cam Smith. I don't care if Jalen Waddle's saying Cam Smith is really, really good. He's going to be great. I hope Jalen Waddle is correct, but yet Cam Smith's yet to play a snap in the NFL. He was our second-round pick. He was good at the South Carolina Gamecocks, but you just don't know yet. I don't know what's going on with Noah Igbenogany. I don't think you can rely on him much. Eli Apple, you get him in there. It's like plugging a hole in the dam. Just Eli, keep that finger in the hole as long as you possibly can. I was waiting for you, Vlad. And just wait till Jalen Ramsey gets back. Okay. So we're going to talk about this throughout the day. How we feel about Eli Apple.
I don't know how to feel about that.
We're going to break it down as the day goes on. I do want to get into that.
I don't want to be the hater.
No, I mean,
I'm not trying to be a hater.
This is one of those things.
But it's like, yeah, he's a very good cornerback. Never lived up to the hype that he was supposed to, that he had when he was drafted by the Giants. Obviously, I told, his mom had some problems with the New York media when he was there. New Orleans had a so-so run, right?
Cincinnati was a backup.
Cincinnati played well.
He was a backup.
But he played well for Cincinnati because one of the cornerbacks got hurt. And I remember him. He was talking a lot of trash about the Chiefs after the Bengals had beaten the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game 2 seasons ago. So a lot of guys wanted to really, bust his ass because that's what they were saying. He was a backup and he shouldn't be piping and, talking all this trash.
Well, we're in this marriage for now. We're going to figure out how we feel about this marriage with Eli Apple as things goes on. But to start off the show, Vlad, I want you to tell me how fight night was the right night last night. I got some text from you. You seem to be all over South Florida, living the dream. The fights were interesting, to say the least. I watched some of the highlights. I couldn't actually watch them all. I was running around myself around North Beach and doing some things. Not spending $100 on a meal. Thank you very much.
Good by you.
I know, man.
You're finally smart.
No, I got close. We'll get into what I'm doing tonight.
You smartened up.
We're going to get into what I'm doing tonight. But I want to hear about your fight night. Vlad, tell me.
All right. So I get a call from my friend. Say, hey, man.
Who are your friends? Break it down. I
want some Paulie the white guy and my boy Big Mike, one of the biggest Miami Hurricanes fans. Actually, Paulie the white guy's a 560 WQAM legend. If you remember, the Dirty Boys with Joe and Mark, the Joe and Mark show.
What's my nickname?
You cousin. That's it.
Okay, good. We're good.
It's Paulie the white guy. And Big Mike and his son,
Big
Chris.
Mike?
Yeah, Big Mike, Chris. Mike's a fan of the show. I'm letting you know that I'm giving you the scene.
I got Giuseppe the Great and Nathan and all that.
Nah, you don't have a Paulie the white guy.
No,
you need a Paulie the white guy.
I definitely need a Paulie the white guy in my crew. But go ahead.
Told me to meet him up at the the new Flanagan's that's open on Sawgrass.
Yes, I've heard about that actually.
Yeah. So I was like, all
Jimmy
right, cool.
Menthol's told me.
Oh, Jimmy Mentos. All right, cool. So I head out there. Beautiful establishment, very nice.
Dude, Flanagan's is always a good time.
Great aesthetics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's important to me.
Yeah.
I told you the other night, I almost got in some trouble because the aesthetics at the restaurant were very nice and very accommodating.
The aesthetics were very nice.
All right, let's go.
The only thing I could say about the Flanagan's at Sunrise, you could tell it just opened.
Yeah.
They weren't ready for the rush that was coming.
And I'm sure last night was a bull rush.
Oh, you got to understand, Cousin, you're talking about people from Weston, people from, my neck of the woods, and you're talking about people in Sawgrass. So you have a lot of spenders, a lot of people that are there to have a good time.
And
maybe
just for reference,
party.
What's your neck of the woods? What hood?
The Pines.
You're in the Pines.
I'm in the Pines. Yeah.
I just want people to know.
Yeah. So, no, it's aesthetics. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
A lot of that too. Anyway, boom. Had a good time. But you could tell this was like early. This was like around 6:30, 7 p.m.
Well, you want to get there early because you know our culture.
But I wasn't.
Our culture will spend 5 hours at a restaurant.
Yet. No,
we'll spend 5 hours at a restaurant.
No, we will spend easy. But it wasn't that type of time. I was like, I'm not spending 5 hours there.
Okay.
Fortunately.
I understand.
So I was supposed to watch the fight at a friend's house. He had a date.
Oh. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey man, when you have a date with a Brazilian, you gotta do it.
When you got a bad one, you got a bad one. That's
especially when that's my boy. And what's crazy, he's Argentinian, she's Brazilian. You
think they would hate each other, but go ahead.
No. A lot of football loving going on. You know what I mean?
I think they hate each other.
I think it's a lot of football love. Anyhow, so boom, cancel. All right, no fight night.
I do what you gotta do
at my boy spot. All right, cool. Hit up my boy Red, Zulu Red.
Okay.
You getting the info, man.
I know, I like it. See, I like the
Zulu
detail.
Red, he was like, wait, what are you doing? I was like, I think I'm going to Duffy's. He's like, all right, boom, I'll meet you there. Get to Duffy's. He hits me up. He's like, hey, man, you got 10 minutes. They're going to start charging to get in.
Ooh.
I was like, really? So I get in there. Duffy's and Plantation.
Oh, that's my hood.
I go to your hood.
Did you see the bartenders, Justin and Shannon?
I did not sit at the bartenders.
So you didn't see the bartenders?
No, I didn't see the bartenders. No.
Should have gone next time. Just go say hi to them.
Yeah,
tell them you know me. Drop my name.
Beautiful servers.
Oh, do you remember the name of your server?
If you give me a name, I'll probably tell you this.
It was a girl?
Yeah, it was a girl, obviously. Yeah, it was a girl. Hispanic or red bone looking. Very cute. Very pretty. Anyway, long story short, they charge $25, but they give you a $25 gift card for you to use the next time you go to Duffy's.
Okay.
So you really didn't pay for anything.
Yeah, that's pretty much get in for free.
You pretty much got in for free. Anyway, great service. Food was good. Fight, great TVs, beautiful TVs. And it was a good spot because you know what it was? It wasn't crowded. It was packed, but it wasn't crowded. The other spots like Twin Peaks, Flanagan's, it was going to be packed. Anyway, Cousin, the fights happened. Good undercard in the boxing and good undercard in the UFC as well.
Okay. I'll do CEO of Duffy's, Joe, listens to the show actually. So Joe, we might be at the next fight. So we're going to set some things up, get some things going. Duffy's and Plantation or any of the Duffy's. We're good. But Vlad, break down these fights because from what I'm hearing,
Which one do you want to hit? Which one?
Well, let's go. Go with the less sensational one first and then the more sensational one. I think you're going to talk about probably the boxing match first. What do you want to talk about? Break it down. You go ahead. This is your time.
Okay, both of them were dominating performances by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go with the boxing first. I did not expect this type of performance, man. The last time I saw
we kind of called it.
No, we called Bud, but I didn't think he was going to be dominating. This was a dominant performance. You know how dominant it was? I don't even want to see a rematch. And there's a rematch that was already set forth that, in case whoever loses has a right to a rematch by the end of the year. They have 30 days to exercise it and there'll be a fight. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Bud is that much better than Errol Spence Jr.
Yeah.
It was a masterclass.
He's just that good.
I haven't seen a jab, bro. I haven't seen a jab that a stiff jab. Pause. I haven't seen a jab that stiff that can hurt somebody since Cotto and Larry Holmes. Those are the only two fighters that I can remember that had such a jab that would really buckle an opponent. He was buckling them with stiff jab, power punches. It looked like he never missed.
I was gonna say, so he won every round.
He should have won the first.
He didn't. He didn't.
And they gave it to Spence, but it was one of those like, hey, I'm trying to feel out. Like, it was a get to know each other type of round.
A lot of the times, that is what you get in the first round with good fighters. Is they're just trying to feel themselves out, get a little taste of sweat, then they get going. But it sounded like after 9, they were like,
no. Listen, after the 7th round, Crawford could have ended it. He was being nice to him. That's how wow. Dominating he was. You know how dominating you got to be to take it easy on a world-class fighter
Spence
like
Jr.
Errol Spence?
Yeah, Errol Spence Jr. is not a jobber.
No, you're talking about one of the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He busted his ass, bro. Oh, my God, his face looked nasty. His face looked like Martin after Tommy Hearns beat him up.
Yeah, that Martin episode?
Yeah, remember that Martin? It looked like that.
How'd they even get that on his head, man? That was a weird thing.
I told you, when 2 guys are wearing black Air Force One, somebody's going to go down badly. And Bud Crawford put Errol Spence down badly. Okay. I don't want to see a rematch. I don't care if it's at 147. Yeah. I don't care if they move up to 154. I saw it. You cannot do anything. They could run that fight 10 times. Terrence Crawford's beating him 10 times.
I hear that. Well, tell me about the MMA fight. I'm guessing my Cajun brethren, he didn't fare so well either.
All right.
Got kicked to the face.
With our people, the Creole, we don't like what we're gonna fight, but there's one part of the body that we don't like to get hit with.
No, we don't like the feet and the legs, man. But we don't look for that so much.
First round was great between Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje. Good fight. You think, all right, boom. It's giving you that feeling of that last fight they had in 2018. That was like fight of the year. Second round, Dan, let me tell you what happened. As I'm paying my bill, right? As I'm signing my name on the receipt, that's all I heard. And fight was over. I'm like, wait, what? Whoa.
You were doing the same thing Dustin Poirier was doing, huh?
No. I wish. No. I was more alert than Dustin Poirier.
He was sleeping.
He was night. I looked, bro. He got kicked on the side of the face, but it was a good setup because Gaethje hit him with a jab to lead him right into that kick, and boom, knocked out. Dunzo. Night. Give him a blinky. He's going night. That was it.
Wakes up in his hotel room, huh?
Nah, he woke up. No, he might have. No, he got up.
No, I know.
He got up. But I would have said he might have just walked up in the emergency room. I definitely know Errol Spence had to go to the hospital because his face was messed up.
I was going to say, I take all my fighting from Rocky movies. Is that like true? Like after the fights, the guys are in the emergency room at the hospital getting, checked out.
Well, they're not talking trash to each other like Rocky and Apollo did in 2.
Ain't gonna be no rematch.
But if they did, that's what Errol Spence should have said. There ain't gonna be no rematch.
Ooh, that man's face was hurting.
He was hurting, but it was a great night of fights. It was great to see everybody out and about. Good weather. It was a great Saturday night. People who went out, watched the fights, and I hope they had fun afterwards. But yeah, it was a good night.
I'm glad you had a good time, Vlad.
I had a great time, bro. I had a great time. Shout out to Duffy's and Plantation. Service was great. My cousin always says great things about this place, and it lived up to it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go out there one day, say hi to Justin, Shane, and the whole team out there. Have a great time. And like I said, the CEO Joe says he listens to this show, so we appreciate that. Much love. Let's get some headlines real quick, Vlad. Get everybody caught up on everything that's going on. In the wake of Jalen Ramsey going down, the Dolphins have signed free agent cornerback Eli Apple to a 1-year deal. Practice resumes tomorrow. Yeah, if Eli Apple
no practice today. No practice.
I don't think they have practice today because we're going to talk about it later on. That there's some tweets that have been sent out, but like practice on Monday is going to be fun. Maybe Eli Apple's not here till Monday. I don't know if they have.
Okay.
Let's see. Sony Michel is retired after 5 seasons. Now, look, in the 5 seasons, he made the most. He won a Super Bowl with the Patriots, Super Bowl with the Rams. He was on the Dolphins before being cut in the preseason last year. And former Dolphins quarterback Reed Sinnett has signed with the Bengals.
Oh, yeah, with Mr. Burrow, calf string.
Right. So Reed Sinnett, they're trying to, fill things out. Reed Sinnett was another one of those guys we can't let go. He's too good. You know, remember that when there was talk like we can't let Reed Sinnett go because he's going to be a star in this league, and it's like, huh? He's a third string quarterback.
I don't remember that because I wouldn't listen to that type of nonsense. I don't like to listen to nonsense. So therefore,
The Hurricanes football team held an elite recruits cookout yesterday.
a cookout,
Dude,
I would have been there.
if I'm being recruited by a major program and they bring me to a cookout, I don't know. I might consider it.
Cookout in Miami is definitely a spot to go to.
The team begins practice Tuesday.
Nice.
Game 1, Friday, September 1st, 7 p.m. against Miami of Ohio. I don't know if I'm a recruit and you bring me to a cookout, I'm considering your university as one of the schools I want to play for.
But where's the cookout, though?
It's got to be in Coral Gables somewhere.
Is that really a good spot for a cookout?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Got some co-eds running around. The ambassadors running around. That's what they call them. They're ambassadors. Ambassadors.
Okay.
You could emphasize what syllable you want to emphasize later on, but I'm just saying ambassadors. The Marlins got blanked yesterday, 5-0 by the Tigers. The two played today at 1:40. Good news is Jesus Luzardo going to take the mound for the Fish. So yesterday, Venezuelan Heritage Day at the park. You got Luis Arraez, Miggy Cabrera, packed house. They even opened up the third deck, and the third deck was pretty full. And what do the Marlins do? Nothing.
Lay an egg.
You have a chance to impress these people who probably this is the only game they're going to go to all year. You go out there and you put on a good show, they probably do this. That was fun. I'd like to go back. You put up a goose egg. Marlins just cannot get out of their own way. The relief pitching wasn't very good either yesterday. Inter Miami will face rival Orlando City Tuesday at Drive Pink Stadium in the knockout round of League's Cup. Orlando has already sent out a message on their social media saying that they will be ready for Lionel Messi and Inter Miami.
Orlando City?
Yeah, you know how I feel.
Oh, so this is what, the Turnpike War?
Yeah, rivalry, baby. I hate Orlando.
And they say they're ready for Messi?
That's what they put. We're ready, Messi and Inter Miami.
And Inter Miami. So they, you see what they're trying to say?
Get the hell out.
They're trying to say that you're a one-man show. But they're
get the hell out of here.
Kind of right. But
hey, watch yourself.
Who cares if they're a one-man show?
You on?
Who cares if they're a one-man show? As long as Inter's winning.
Yeah. Oh, what? You want to talk about a one-man show? Inter Miami has signed Argentine midfielder Fernando Flores.
I thought you just cursed at me.
I know. I was very careful. I actually had a neighbor named Fernando, and it took me like 5 times to actually get his name. I kept being like, dude, what are you saying? He's like, it's a popular name in Argentina. I was like, okay. We were mostly drinking beer and talking soccer most of the time, so that's why. But yeah, definitely. Get this. Avisail Garcia is supposed to be activated today, while outfielder Jazz Chisholm and pitcher Andrew Nardi are said not be far behind in returning to the Marlins. All right. Hey, the more pitching, the better, because that bullpen wasn't great yesterday either. Bats weren't that great either. Ooh, Vlad. Ooh, I'm excited. It's almost like a Sunday tradition now. Finish the headline.
Oh.
Just go ahead and say
Max Verstappen must have won. Where were they down? London?
Doesn't matter.
I don't care. Whatever European city
back alleyway of Stockholm, Sweden. It doesn't matter.
He wins. He wins.
This time it was the Belgium Grand Prix. A new tradition, too. Guess where Lewis Hamilton finished?
Second.
No, same place he always finishes. Fourth. Dude, just ink it in at the beginning. Verstappen 1, Hamilton 4. Boom. Nothing like
it's almost
F1
like
racing.
death taxes and Verstappen winning an F1 race.
You got to think at one point F1's got to be like, all right, guys, we got to figure something out.
You think?
Like, it's funny, but I don't think it's good for the sport, is it? I'm not watching.
No, it's because it's always been like that. I mean, Schumacher used to be dominant and Hamilton was dominant before, but Verstappen's this is crazy now. It's like every Sunday morning, you watch and you turn on the race.
I turned it on for like the last 2 laps.
Why even? Why bother?
I was just wanting to laugh and see what was going on, and I was like, oh goodness. Okay. Earlier today at the Women's World Cup, Morocco defeated South Korea 1-0. Switzerland and New Zealand played to a scoreless tie. Norway trounced the Philippines 6-0, and Colombia upset Germany 2-1.
What time was that game?
3 a.m. probably.
You think Colombians are still up?
Yeah, absolutely. They party all night.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand how some cultures can do it. Like, you go to a Colombian party, and like they're partying until 6, 7, 8 in the morning.
Yeah, blow.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. In the Irish and Cajun community, we just drink and eat and go to sleep. But congratulations to Colombia upsetting Germany.
That's a big upset.
That is a huge upset. New Zealand probably going to advance because they won earlier in the group stage. And now they've tied Switzerland. So hometown New Zealand, congratulations. Morocco's making moves on both the men's and women's side, getting some wins in World Cup action. Of course, they were the darlings of the men's World Cup recently as they advanced, I think, they semifinal round or something like that. Big time, man. Congratulations. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a step into the day spa. A man is upset at his wife for kicking their 16-year-old son out of the house after the teenager returned home drunk one night.
That's a little too much.
See, this is my thing. Now, we have a saying on this show, Vlad. When someone in the community, young, does the wrong thing, what do you tell them? Or what do you do to them? Send him back to the island.
Yeah, but come on, he's 16. And we're not
That's what I'm saying. So what do you do to a kid that's out of control at 16 and
is
drinking?
he out of control? Or is this his first mess up?
Just give him no discipline and no.
I need to know more. I need to know more. If this is his first mistake, is this a series of mistakes? I need to know more. But,
Look,
kicking him out the house that ain't really helping him.
That's not gonna help.
He's gonna do more whatever he was doing.
If I was 16 and Big Lynn kicked me out of the house the first time I showed up drunk, dude, it would have been spring break. You're not doing him any favors. But discipline and rules. 16-year-old showing up drunk. And you always, you ever do that, Vlad? Show up underage drunk and you try to play it off. Your mom knows. You're like stumbling.
First of all,
I'm okay. No,
First of all,
I'm tired.
Let's
keep
we play. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep it a buck. You only drink it because your parent gave you a drink as a kid. Okay, when you're drinking a beer, when they were drinking a beer, and then you you're 1 or 2 years old, you waddle, and whatever they have. We always, as kids always think whatever grown-ups have is the best thing in the world. So yeah, they probably gave that child a sip, and of course he loved it. That's like, oh, this ain't milk. This ain't this Similac milk. Oh, this is beer. Oh, this is alcohol. They know, they have a taste for it. And then now he's 16 and he got drunk.
It's funny. Whether I'm 16 years old or 60 years old and get caught drunk, I've been saying the same thing for years.
What's
that? I'm not drunk. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. You reek of booze and you can't even talk. No, I'm just tired. I need to go to sleep. I'm going to go to bed.
Okay.
Do we like Eli Apple? We're going to decide next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. Don't call it a comeback. But the Dolphins do need some help on the edge. I'm not talking about the edge of the defensive line. I'm talking about on the edges of the field. After Jalen Ramsey went down, we thought, oh, he'll be fine. They just precautionarily carted him off the field. Or maybe we were just hopeful, optimistic, being like, no, it's not a big deal. Very quickly, we learned that he tore his meniscus and he's most likely going to be out until December. Who knows when he's going to be 100%? We hope he comes back early in December and makes a huge impact for the team. In the meantime, the Dolphins said, we're not just going to sit back and rest on our laurels. We're going to go out there and make moves because we are in win now mode. They went out and got veteran Eli Apple. Some people, they say, great, we need all the help we can get. Other people are saying, Eli Apple, I don't know. Kind of a polarizing figure for what he's on and off the field. On the field, he's pretty good. He was a first-round pick for the Giants. He only had 5 career interceptions since 2016. He had one in his rookie year. Then 2018, he didn't have any interceptions until he went to the Saints. He got 2. Okay, he got 2. Then he goes another 2 years without an interception. Then with the Bengals in his first season, 2021, he gets 2 interceptions. And then last year, he did not have any interceptions. But interceptions don't tell the whole story because we know Darrelle Revis, many years he had 0 interceptions simply for the fact that nobody threw at him.
Yeah, they're throwing at Eli.
Really?
They're throwing at Mr. Apple, boy.
So did Cam Smith, when he heard the news, go, whew?
Hey, Cam Smith.
Still ice up.
Ice up, son. You still playing.
So even though Eli Apple is on the team, Cam Smith, go ahead and ice up, and Xavier Howard, X, get that conditioning in because side to side, side to side. But do you feel a little bit better now that you have someone like Eli Apple on the Miami Dolphins? I'm going to tell you this, Vlad. I'm going to put all my prejudice aside. And when I say prejudice, I'm talking about Eli Apple saying some very nasty things about the city that I was born and raised, New Orleans. Kind of took unnecessary shots at the city, not just the organization. I'm going to put it all aside, and I'm going to look at it objectively and tell you this. As a Dolphins fan, I am happy that Eli Apple is with the team because you know what you're getting.
So being objective, I have to say it's a good pickup.
Okay,
you're talking about an NFL vet cornerback who in Vic Fangio's scheme can maybe excel. I don't think Vic's going to put him in any situations where they're going to expose his weakness. But I do think Mr. Cam better get ready. I think it's all hands on deck now. And I still want to see if X is going to be that guy that might have to follow the number one everywhere he goes. I think
like I said, get that wind up.
Maybe change the whole game plan because if you had X and Jalen, you're like, all right, you're good.
Yep.
Man to man coverage.
And they weren't even going to switch sides of the field.
No.
They were just saying, no, I'm guessing there were going to be some games where they were saying,
I don't think so.
Ramsey might be a little better suited to guard this guy, and X might be a little better suited
right,
to this
but
guy.
But
for the most part, I think I get left, let's go.
Yeah, whoever's coming to our side, whatever side, I'll cover.
Got it.
I think it changes now.
Yes.
But Eli Apple is going against Stephon Diggs, who he's had some words with. Going against Garrett Wilson in the AFC East. Dolphins play the Kansas City Chiefs, the Los Angeles Chargers. So you're going to have to go against Keenan Allen, the rookie from TCU, I forgot his name, and Mike Williams. You have a lot of great. You're going against Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going against some quality receivers and great quarterbacks. And you definitely need guys that can cover.
Yeah, this is the other thing, too. What's lost in a lot of this, you say, oh, Jalen Ramsey's down. It's really going to hurt our, secondary and our passing defense. But, man, if you think you got X on one side and you've got Jalen Ramsey on the other side, you got to feel like guys like Christian Wilkins, Jalen Phillips, that defensive line is going to eat because that quarterback is not going to have the options that he normally would have. So you feel as though, like, those guys, even the defensive line and the linebackers are like, oh man, come on.
But it also makes the defensive line get to the quarterback quicker. It's a team game. So, yes, losing Jalen hurts, but
losing Jalen hurts.
Oh,
Don't get confused. But yeah, okay. So
losing Ramsey hurts, but just means somebody needs to step up. Maybe the rookie steps up.
right.
Maybe just you get pressure to the quarterback. Maybe that's all. It's there's ways to hold the fort down until Jalen comes back, hopefully in December.
This is the positive side of things. You know, Vic Fangio is a genius on defensive end. He's going to find a way to scheme that's going to help try to, hide some of maybe the weaknesses or the things that aren't as strong as others. This is the other thing. So with Eli Apple, why I like Eli Apple is you've got a proven veteran and you know what you're going to get. You're going to get solid play. Will he get burnt? I mean, everybody gets burnt. I mean, there's very few guys that don't get burnt. But you're going to get a guy who's solid. Now, maybe Cam Smith comes in and shows you something and you go, wow. Hey, look, the more cornerbacks you got, the better. Maybe Noah Igbenogany steps up a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe Nick Needham, but maybe I'm really hoping Cam Smith does. Cam Smith steps up and starts becoming your other guy. And then you still have Eli Apple to throw in the mix. And like I said, you know what you're getting with Eli Apple. So you have that safety blanket. Maybe you get something great from Cam Smith. Now, everything seems to be okay. Now we're just waiting for Jalen Ramsey to get back, and we've got a plethora of decent cornerbacks, if not all pro cornerbacks.
I've always said this: you can never have enough cornerbacks.
You can never have enough talent on your team.
Absolutely. So whatever. Eli, listen, you're talking about a guy who's played in 2 out of the last 3 AFC Championship games.
Yes, sir.
So he has experience. He's played in he comes out of Ohio State, games. So he's played in big games before.
Did it with the Saints. Did it with the Bengals. Maybe not so much with the Giants and the Panthers, but that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, he's moved around, man.
Yeah, and like I said,
how old is he? 28.
He is 27.
Oh, this is a lot of moving for 27.
Does his mouth bother you a little bit? Does it worry you?
Listen, cornerbacks are the most egotistical people in the world because they have to have a short memory. But I can understand when
his mom's gotten involved with things.
Your uncle is one of the funniest comedians in the world. Michael Blackson.
Some of his trash talking has been a little odd.
The trash talking is odd because you don't when I first heard about Eli Apple and they did the story, when they do the human interest story, it was like, smart kid, comes from a great family, great background. I never knew he had he talked trash like that. And it seemed to me that these wide receivers didn't like him talking trash. So they went out of their way to make an example out of him. And they love calling him out.
Yeah, he seems to rub people the wrong way.
I believe when they lost the Super Bowl to the Rams, a lot of the receivers came out and was like, "Oh, yeah, they came out on him." I think Stephon Diggs. I remember Stephon Diggs coming at him like
there's
really.
A guy here in Miami that they've gotten into it too in the past, and we're going to talk about that in the next segment. There's been some noise. I mean, who else is going to talk noise with Eli Apple? That's a receiver. We all know who it is.
Oh, Reek.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, that is right. That is correct. Kuzan, that's right. Reek and him did have beef. Reek told that you couldn't hold me at all. Like you're trash.
Called him a child or something.
Reek Tyreek said you were trash. Like treating him like a marina guy.
Apple told him, Tyreek is a child or something like that. They call it, and I don't mind that. That's okay. Hey, look, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna take you out. I'm better. You're trash. That's okay. Some of the other stuff
but the thing about it is though, Dan, is that I don't think the receivers respect Eli Apple.
I don't think they do at all.
I don't think the top receivers do.
Look, everybody talks trash. And when they respect you, you know what? What we all saying? Just two competitors. That's what you say. They go out of their way to be like, Eli Apple said this. I don't know.
Yeah, when it goes to social media and it's still got that, that intensity, that vigor. Yeah, they don't like each other. So it's gonna be, you know what they're gonna say. They're gonna squash it, obviously.
Of course,
and stuff like that. But they're coming after Eli Apple.
Yeah, they are. And receivers, like I say, he's one of those guys. In every league, there's that guy that people test. He's that guy. The receiver goes to the quarterback, get me the ball. I got Eli Apple. I want to show him up. And Eli's probably chip. That's okay. But they're going to go after him. But hopefully he can hold his own. And like I said, keep that finger plug in the dam until Jalen Ramsey gets back. Or Cam Smith, who is a second-round pick.
Yeah, but as many times you can plug those holes, the levee's going to break.
I know. But, I'm hoping. But like I said, we know what we're getting at least on the field is a professional who is okay, let's say he's a decent number 2 cornerback. Would you say he's a decent number 2 cornerback
Who?
for the Dolphins? Eli Apple. Decent? I don't want to say good or great because
Yeah, he's decent.
he's decent.
He's decent.
But you're getting that at least. With Cam Smith, Noah Igbenogany, even Nick Needham coming off the Achilles, you're not 100% sure what you're going to get.
Safety's gonna.
Although some would argue you do know what you're getting with Noah Igbenogany.
Javon Holland's gonna be working.
Javon Holland, get out there. I mean, Javon Holland's our dude, man. He can play. So yeah, Cater Kahu is also in the mix. So we'll see though. But I am okay with the pick. I'm okay with the take. They'll work everything out as far as the locker room. Whatever happens afterwards. I don't appreciate Eli Apple taking a shot. I mean, to take a shot at an organization is not very classy.
Nah, he took a shot at your city.
Took a shot at the city. I mean, why would you ever take a shot at any city? You can't go back there, especially a gutter city like New Orleans, man. People will come after you. There's certain cities you don't take shots at. Like, you're not taking shots at New York. You're not taking shots at New Orleans. You're not taking shots at Detroit. Where's another city?
Miami, you can't take shots at Miami.
Yeah, Miami will come after. They come after you a little classier, though. Like,
nah, they're not coming at you classier.
They send dudes after you.
They sending out, they're sending people.
You can take shots at LA. You can take shots at Seattle. You can take shots at who else?
You can't take shots at LA.
I think you can.
You might have to check in if you take shots.
Okay. Well, what cities can you take shots at? Or is it just
you definitely can't take shots in Detroit? You might have to go see somebody.
You gotta get them shots.
Yeah, there's certain places you got to check in. Like
Salt Lake
I'm
City.
coming in.
You can take shots at Salt Lake City.
Yeah, nobody cares about Salt Lake City.
What about Phoenix? You can take shots at Phoenix.
Cares about Phoenix. It's too hot. They're about to burn.
Houston, Dallas. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know about Dallas.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's best not to ever take a shot at an entire city because there's so much differentiations in cities, but you can be safer in some cities. Yeah, you don't want to come after.
Like when I'm saying you taking shots, like you taking shots and feel like you're brave enough to come to that city and still walk around and not get some type of retaliation. And I'm not talking about physical retaliation, but like no, I'm not talking about that. But like the fans coming to you and be like, you stink.
Oh,
like Paul Pierce can't come to Miami and think he's gonna be walking down South Beach, walking down Collins Avenue or Ocean Drive and thinking everything's gonna be sweet. No, it ain't. It won't. Them Heat fans are coming after you for all the things you said about the team.
I'll tell you, they'll put up signs. I know at least in New Orleans, this man refused service, and they'll have a picture of, Eli Apple.
Yeah,
they'll have a picture of Roger Goodell. And they mean it. They'll be like, get the hell out of here.
You can't take shots at a city, and especially the beloved sports figures of the,
right.
the city.
It ain't tough guys that are coming after you. It's your regular Joes that are coming after you. Like, you gotta
yeah. It's like it's like a whole group of them.
Women are spitting on you. But you know what? Welcome to Miami, Eli Apple. Just don't say anything bad about our city, and we will love you as long as you play pretty decent for us and keep it going. Menu says you can take a shot at Denver. Yeah, Denver, the mile high city. They're a little more laid back.
I don't know if you can take a shot at Denver now.
I mean, as long as you're not on Colfax, you'll be all right in Denver. That's usually where I go though. So I don't take shots at any city. I love all cities.
I take shots at Boston. Y'all stink.
Up next, a very special edition for Eli Apple, Tyreek Hill, the Miami Dolphins, maybe a little bit of Miami Heat of hashtag what's trending on 560 WQAM. Sports Day on 560 WQAM with my cousin Vladimir Lewisson at Vlad2078 at Dan Day Radio. What do we call it now, Vlad? Is it X or is it Twitter still?
I'm glad that you brought that up. I'm sick of it.
I'm disgusted.
I'm
by
disgusted.
It. I don't know why I'm mad, but I'm mad.
I'm sorry. I'm like, wait a minute. They really took the bird out. They took the bird. I'm like, wait a minute. What is this?
This is what I'm mad about. I'm not a man of habit, a creature of habit. This is what I don't like, the inconsistencies. I type in twitter.com and it still comes up, but it says X. Look, if you want to be X, put yourself as x.com. Well, that's probably already taken, if you know what I mean. Nonetheless, why do you go by twitter.com, but then you put up this big weird X? Does everybody else feel the same way? Is anybody cool with this?
I thought my Twitter turned into a porn site.
Me too, man. 305-567-0560 number to text, of course. I want to hear from Dolphin Nation. How do you feel about Eli Apple? You can go to the YouTube live page. You can go to the Twitch page, 560 WQAM. You can also on the Odyssey app jump on. Like I said, 305-567-0560. You can even call in. Some people will say, I wish you guys would take calls. We do take calls on this show. So 305-567-0560. You got freedom of speech here. Just try not to cuss, man, because it's a lot of work on our end. And then our boss here is, man, we love you. We understand, but, it gets all nasty. So use your adult language. When I say adult language, mature adult language. And when I say mature, I don't mean... Yeah.
You're not talking about, porn sites.
Okay, so let's go on. We're doing a little hashtag what's trending right now, seeing what's trending on Twitter/X right now. And Eli Apple, no longer a Cincinnati Bengal, although he's a free agent anyway, but he played for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he is coming to the Miami Dolphins to plug a hole at cornerback that was left by Jalen Ramsey when he went out. All the updates are coming. There was some talk in the past. Tyreek Hill, he was playing over there with the Kansas City Chiefs. They were facing the Cincinnati Bengals. He and Eli Apple had a back and forth. Eli Apple kind of called him a child. Tyreek Hill gets the news that his new teammate is Eli Apple. All Tyreek Hill has gone on Twitter or X and said is, Monday practice gon' be fun.
Oh, that's why that comment was there. Oh,
Monday practice gon' be fun.
Tyreek gonna take it out on him, man. Tyreek gonna take it out on him like he took it out on the Marina guy, bro.
He's gonna give it worse to Eli Apple. Tyreek is salivating right now. Like, it's one of those statements that he's making, like, welcome to the team. By the way, you're about to get indoctrinated on Monday because I'm gonna burn you to a crisp. I'm telling you, Tyreek is ready for Eli Apple. Everyone going crazy about it. Got a couple things. Tyreek Hill fired up, ready to rock and roll. Very excited about this 1-year deal where he's going to get to burn him in practice, and hopefully he helps out the team. Monday practice gonna be fun. How is the rest of Dolphin Nation reacting to Eli Apple? Our dude, Omar Kelly. Eli Apple was one step for step with Jalen Waddle on an overthrow pass from Mike White. So apparently that was just a couple of minutes ago, less than an hour ago. Some people also saying Tyreek and Eli Apple tomorrow at practice, and they show the legendary fight between who was it? That dirty ass player for the Titans.
Cortland Finnegan against Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson, yeah.
Andre Johnson gave him the work.
Oh man,
put hands on that man.
Yeah. But for the most part, Dolphin Nation seems like they're okay. They don't seem like they're very upset to have Eli Apple on the team. They seem like, for the most part, it just seems like something that makes sense. You got to get a guy that's going to shore things up after losing.
Well, Eli's at
Ramsey.
Dolphins camp right now.
Yes, he is.
Chris Perkins. If you follow Chris Perkins on X, I can't believe I got to say on X.
Mm-hmm.
That's nasty work. They are talking to Eli Apple, and you know what? During the break, when we're going to break, maybe we'll get some of the sound that Eli Apple is, because they asked some questions about the Tyreek Hill, him and Tyreek's situation. He's wearing number 33. He's wearing number 33. Then there is practice today.
Seems like he had a decent day of practice too.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the updates from our dude Omar Kelly, Cameron Wolf, and all those guys. Seems like he had a decent day. I mean, nothing too great, nothing too bad. He was step for step with Jalen Waddle.
Cameron Wolf, who also covers the Dolphins for the NFL Network, does a great job. He said Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel told me they talked with Tyreek Hill before signing Eli Apple. Hill welcomed it and said it's just social media trash talk.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill's going to get fired up. But at the same time, Tyreek Hill's ready to give him.
Oh, he's still going to give him the business,
give him the
but
business.
it's not going to be with the with animosity. It's just going to be all out fun. But it's cool as his teammate. Stephon Diggs not feeling that.
Nope.
You know, Stephon Diggs is not feeling that.
But there's some nice memes out there. People making fun of Eli Apple, Aaron Rodgers, and the Jets' entire wide receiver core when they see Eli Apple covering them, and they have the Memphis Grizzlies dancing in the, as we say, anals of the building before a game. I think he's fine. I think he's going to be fine. I think Vic Fangio is going to make sure that he's in a good position to make the Dolphins good. I think they're good.
And I still think the kid's going to play a lot. The rookie's going to play a lot.
Cam Smith.
Yes. I think Cam Smith is going to play a lot, and I think he's going to show out.
I think he shows out. I hope he does, man. I mean, just imagine Cam Smith plays well. Eli Apple gives you what you expect from him. Xavier Howard, we know he's in a contract year, so he'll be balling out. And then eventually the cavalry is coming. You got Jalen Ramsey getting healthy, getting back, and you're ready to rock and roll just in time for the postseason. Oh, it's going to be so sweet. It's going to be so good. Eli Apple, welcome to Miami. Now make us proud. Monday practice won't be fun. Find out all about it. Maybe hear a little bit from Eli Apple next here on 560 WQAM. .560 Sports WQAM, Sunday Fun Day here on Sports Day. The news of the day, Eli Apple at Dolphins practice, fresh off of being signed yesterday in the afternoon. Is he the answer that we have been looking for the past, 2-3 days after we heard Jalen Ramsey going to be out till December, which was a gut punch at first. Now we have Eli Apple, who been somewhat polarizing, but for the most part, we're expecting him to be a professional cornerback that's going to come in there and do his job. Well, there's been some trash talk in Eli Apple's career with a lot of different people, bunch of different people that he has trash talked with. A lot of people saying, oh, yeah, there was a kind of nasty incident between he and Tyreek Hill. So Tyreek Hill tweets out, X is out. I don't know what you call it now.
Is it X is out? That's funny.
Monday's practice gonna be fun. Chris Perkins, we love Chris Perkins. He caught some audio post practice today with Eli Apple, and Eli Apple was recently asked, as of a couple of minutes ago, how things are in the locker room with he and Tyreek Hill. It's not in there. Should be in there. Okay. So we had the audio of it, and Tyreek Hill basically just saying everything's cool. We're on the same team. We're good to go. Everything's going to be cool. That's what you'd expect. They're all professionals. Let bygones be bygones. It's just trash talking. It's two guys that were competing, trash talking. They got a little heated nonetheless. Tyreek Hill, they're going to put it aside. Eli Apple, also going to put it aside. Everything good with those guys. So we expect them to be totally cool and everything to be okay with them. Also, Eli Apple in the offseason had a lot of things going on, but said for the most part, there were some offers, but Miami's the place that he wants to be at. That's what you'd expect him to say. Because, I mean, why would he say anything other than that now that he's with the Miami Dolphins? Decent second cornerback. We're hoping that he ends up being that second cornerback that we need after Jalen Ramsey went down. Maybe Cam Smith can make those moves and make the world just a little bit better of a place for the Miami Dolphins. And then we have Cam Smith, Eli Apple, Xavier Howard. So he doesn't have to come full steam after that meniscus surgery. We talked about this the other day. There's different options for meniscus surgery, Vlad. You can go with the short term, just take the meniscus out, and he could be back at practice immediately. But you run the risk in the long term. You have bone on bone basically in your knee going boom, 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 boom. So he took the long term.
Who?
Jalen Ramsey. He decided to repair the meniscus and go long term.
When you heard the injury, and the first thing they said there was no ACL tear, and everybody was happy with that. That's not it's a good. That's good news, but it's usually not it's not good news. That means the rest of the leg is messed up.
The rest of the leg is absolutely messed up.
So he could jeopardize. I mean, usually injury like that, it takes a little bit longer. I know in basketball, I think James Wiseman, the center that was drafted by Golden State now in Detroit, he had an injury like that. And he had to miss the whole year. So an injury like that, it takes some time. But
didn't we hear yesterday that an injury and the recovery that Jalen Ramsey is going to be having to get back to 100% is 12 months?
12 weeks. Is it
12 months?
Oh,
I thought you get back to 100%. Now you're back to 80.
Yeah.
85% after what, 7-8 months? But 100%.
So what? He's trying to be what? 45%, but in 3 months?
Let's not.
Because we're not even in August. August is on Tuesday.
Yeah, let's not do this. Let's not say
August,
you're probably
September,
not going to
October,
see
November, December. So that what, 5 months?
You might not see Jalen Ramsey at 100% till
next
not
year.
This season, but the next.
And not even that. He probably won't be himself up, but probably not till 2025.
But hey, we got Eli Apple, Cam Smith, Noah Igbenogany in a contract year. Still got Xavier Howard out there. Javon Holland in the safety position, working things. Nick Needham coming back from an Achilles injury.
There's some good action going on in camp, man. All right, so let's play this Eli Apple on Tyreek Hill first.
Okay. You guys are professionals, man. That's all it is, man.
And his off season.
Okay, so Eli Apple hasn't said anything controversial yet. He's been known to run his mouth a little bit, but it's the first day of practice. He's getting his footing. It's amazing that he's here this quick and forward. So that's one of those things. He and Tyreek Hill chopping it up at the training table, and Eli Apple getting some other offers, but being methodical in his approach. He says towards where he wanted to play, and he wants to play here in Miami. It seems like Miami wants Eli Apple. Sounds odd sometimes, but nonetheless, we have Eli Apple. So basically, he and Tyreek Hill, bygones are bygones. We're on the same team now. We have our lockers across from each other. We're even talking at the training table. It's just two competitors. As far as the offseason, he said trying to stay in shape, got a couple of different offers. He was methodical in his methods and where he wanted to go. Miami made him the offer that he liked. He is now at practice. Tyreek Hill still stands by his statement. Monday practice, gonna be fun. It will be. It's gonna be awesome. You feel as though, man, with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and Xavier Howard, and you had Jalen Ramsey, now you got Eli Apple. It's going to be competitive in those practices. Those guys have a lot of pride. They are going after each other. Omar Kelly did tweet out that Eli Apple was covering Jalen Waddle step for step. The pass was an overthrow from Mike White. Still good to hear that Eli Apple is step for step with a speedster like Jalen Waddle. Cater Cahoon was also DB that we're going to be relying on too this season. So hopefully, DB by committee until Jalen Ramsey can get back at whatever percentage he may be back at. He seems like he'll be back in December. What percentage will he be back at? I don't know. We'll see when that happens. But hopefully, I'm just really relying on Cam Smith right now. I don't know. I'm really high on Cam Smith. I want to get high on Cam Smith. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes, and we'll keep you updated on everything that's coming from practice and everything that is going on with the Miami Dolphins. But right now, let's get some headlines to you. I told you, of course, Jalen Ramsey, he's down to possibly December. Dolphins signed free agent Eli Apple, 1-year deal. They have practice today. Tomorrow, it looks like Tyreek Hill going to be back in the mix and going after Eli Apple, and I'm sure Eli Apple welcomes the challenge.
Man, it's going to be burnt, baby.
I don't know, man. He was step for step with Jalen Waddle earlier today.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see.
He looks like he's happy here in Miami. He's got that 1-year deal. This is one of those things for Eli
Oh, I
Apple.
mean, it's a 1-year deal because you know you're going to get playing time.
Well, this is the thing, too. If Eli Apple comes in as a serviceable and a good quarterback, he could actually get another decent deal, whether it be here in Miami or it's like a
No,
tryout
if he
year.
shows out, he's going to get a deal with somebody. You can't, quarterbacks are needed. With the way the passing game, the way the offenses are in the NFL, you need good cornerbacks. And he's a good cornerback. He's all right.
This is a tryout year.
I think his mouth sometimes gets him in trouble, but you have to have confidence. Quarterbacks have to have the shortest memory because they can't keep on thinking about a play where they got burnt. They have to, all right, next play. So that's their mentality. It's like, okay, next time I'm going to get you. Next time I'm going to get you. So he has the confidence to play that position. Can he work in that Vic Fangio defense? Let's see.
That's what I think makes it a little bit easier for him. You've got a mastermind like Vic Fangio out there who knows how to scheme and how to get the most out of his players. He's going to put you in the right situation, in the right spot. Eli Apple, it's like a tryout year. You do good this year, you're going to get another deal for whether 2-3 years or something like that, whether it be with Miami or another team. If you don't do so good this year, well, that was your 1 year. You got your shot. Sony Michel is retiring after 5 seasons. The Georgia Bulldog. He won a Super Bowl with the Patriots and the Rams. Plus, he was a part of the Dolphins before being cut last season in the preseason. In other Dolphins news, former cornerback Reed Sinnett has signed with the Bengals. Don't really know what's going on with that Joe Burrow situation. They say probably going to be out till week 1. I don't know if that's precautionary. I don't know if that's necessary. Joe Burrow carted off. He has apparently a calf strain. And it's one of those things. As I'm watching quarterbacks on Netflix, man, do they get beat up. Like, even when you think your quarterback's healthy, he is going through some things. They were showing Patrick Mahomes. They were showing poor Kirk Cousins, man. That dude gets rocked. I think he got hit more than any quarterback in the league last year. I mean, his ribs are all bruised up. His legs are all messed up. Marcus Mariota, he was a little weird in that quarterback thing. So, but man, you just realize even when your quarterback seems to be 100%, they've got a lot of issues because they are getting hit and hit hard in very vulnerable positions. So we'll just have to see, man. Hopefully, Tua Tagovailoa adding that extra weight. He's got that sleeve on the arm now. And when I say sleeve, he's got tattoos. Keep him upright. Let's be all right. The Hurricanes football team held an elite recruits cookout yesterday. The team begins practice Tuesday. Game one is Friday, September 1st, 7 p.m. against Miami of Ohio. I saw recently someone predicting they win 9 games this year. I don't know if Sports Illustrated was one of the writers. So 9 games? 9 games would be a very successful season, I think, for the Miami Hurricanes. 9 wins? Nice. The Marlins got blanked yesterday 5-0 by the Tigers. The two play today at 1:40. Jesus Luzardo takes the mound for the Fish. Ooh, man. Marlins are making some moves. They're trying to do some things. We'll see if it makes a difference or not. Playing terrible yesterday. 5-0 on Venezuelan Heritage Day in front of the biggest crowd the Marlins have had all year long. They give you nothing to cheer about with no runs. Inter Miami, they're going to face rival Orlando City Tuesday at Dry Pink Stadium in the knockout round of League's Cup. Orlando sent out a message telling Inter Miami and Messi that they will be ready.
So how many games are they going to play at Dry Pink Stadium? The first 3 games have been all Inter Miami home games.
That's true.
Why is that?
They won their pool or won their group in the League's Cup, so they have the right to have the home.
Okay, but why did they have the first 2 games of the group at their home?
It was just the way the schedule fell.
You sure about that?
Well, Cruz Azul, none of the games were being played in League's Cup in Mexico. They're all in the United States. Okay. So I guess then they got Atlanta. They got the home game there. So, yeah, all of League's Cup play is here in the U.S., not in Mexico, which is weird. I would think, why not have like America play in Mexico City? That would be cool. That'd be fun.
I want to see Messi's first road game.
That's going to be interesting. I mean, the crowd's going to be crazy. And, Inter Miami, road games might not be that hard because a lot of people in the crowd are going to be cheering for Messi particularly, but quote unquote Inter Miami also. You might find some friendly away crowds after a while. I mean, the supporters groups for these teams are going to hate Inter Miami and Messi, but the casual fan in Chicago and in
New York, LA, Chicago, those big cities, it's going to be
it's a messy
it's going to be a heavy Argentinian contingent there. So yeah,
there's not going to be a lot of hate.
But I want to see when he goes to like Columbus.
Not a lot of hate.
Or go play Real Salt Lake in Utah.
Not a lot of hate. Inter Miami's got it's gotten a lot easier on the road. I'll tell you, like I said, the supporters groups, they're ride or die. They're going to go against you no matter what. But the casual fan who never really wanted to go to a Chicago Fire match or a Minnesota United match sees, oh, Inter Miami and Messi are coming to town. Hey, kids, y'all want to go? Let's go. They're going to be wearing their Argentina kits or, just whatever. Yeah, it makes for road trips a little bit easier. A little more friendly. Let's say that. Inter Miami has signed Argentine midfielder. Here we go. Facundo Ferris. It's a popular Argentinian name. I only know that because
we're not in Argentina. This ain't Buenos Aires, baby.
Avistel Garcia. We've forgotten about him.
Who?
I know. He is back. Supposed to be activated today with the Marlins. Now, remember last year, he had a rough season.
So, what's funny with the Marlins?
Forget about it.
You said this yesterday. They were playing well. Obviously, they struggled right out of the All-Star break. But we were trying to figure out if they were going to be buyers or sellers, right?
Definitely
and obviously, they're buyers because they got David Robertson. But we forget that there's some of their star players.
Jazz Chisholm.
We're hurt, so they're getting them back. So it's almost as if you made a trade.
You get Andrew Nardi back, maybe. Sandy Alcantara starts
now. Sandy's back. I'm saying Sandy's back because Sandy's pitched very well the last three. I think 3 out of his 4 outings. It's been some quality starts. Obviously, the last start was
unbelievable.
Sandy from last season. But yeah, I'm running with them. I'm running with you, girl.
Oh, is he still sticking with my girl?
Stick with you, girl.
Okay. I mean, I'm ride or die. Like we've been up and down in our relationship, but even though we're a little down right now, I got love. Avisail Garcia, maybe. But I do like that Jazz Chisholm. Jazz Chisholm's been great when he's played this year. He's been fantastic. He's been at an all-star level. Andrew Nardi, the more arms that we can get in there, the better off we are. Sandy Alcantara, you know what, Vlad? I'm with you. I got to start believing. I got to start believing that he's a pro's pro and he is returning to form like he was last year. We know now, even though it's not official, it's the pitch clock that screwed with his head. Maybe he's starting to figure it out. We're one of the only shows that are brave enough to tell you it's the pitch clock. Some people are saying, oh, no. It's the pitch clock. It messed with his head. He's the type of guy that likes to be a little more taking his time on the mound, and the pitch clock kind of got in his head, and it kind of did that. I think now he's kind of starting to figure it out, kind of getting rolling and going. So, yeah, hope so. In boxing, Terrence Crawford dominated Errol Spence Jr. with a 9th-round stoppage, while in MMA, Justin Gaethje defeated Dustin Poirier with a 2nd-round knockout. How nasty was that 2nd-round knockout when he kicked him on the side of the head?
Oh, so bad. Dude,
did you feel embarrassed for Dustin Poirier?
Yeah, because the Louisiana, maybe the Creole in me is like, oh man,
I don't even think
took a coup de pied. It was a coup de pied to that face, man.
But anytime I see a guy or a girl get just totally annihilated with a kick or a punch or something, I kind of feel bad for them. no matter what their heritage or whatever it might be.
He hit him in the side, Dan. But it's like his toes touched the other side of his cheek. That's how nasty it was. He just got kicked, man. Wow.
Here we go, Vlad. F1.
Oh, Max Verstappen, man.
That's the only thing. I'll just say Belgium Grand Prix.
Say less.
Do we even have to say the name anymore? Just
say less.
Belgium Grand Prix we're on today in the F1 race
to
world.
Be quite honest, they might as well just give him the title every race and just have a party. Just say this is just a weekend party.
Here in Miami, he got the 9th position to start. Well, and actually, we thought he was being cocky. He was actually kind of being humble by saying no worse than 2nd. He still won the race. Easy. He came from 9th in F1.
This guy's amazing.
Make some new rules, F1. Like, so from now on, Vlad, we're not doing this. We're not going to, Vlad, finish this. I'm just going to go Belgium Grand Prix F1 race. And then following a 1-1 tie to the Netherlands, the U.S. women's national team will face Portugal Tuesday at 3 a.m. That's a real headline, though, by the way.
Okay.
I'm starting to think, Vlad, maybe we don't need to get up and stay at a casino or a strip club or a Cheetah to watch this 3 a.m. women's.
Oh, I'm doing that.
Are we doing it?
I'm doing it.
That's
wait, when is it? Tuesday, right?
Monday night. It's basically Monday night. 3 a.m. Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm doing it because I think I'm yeah, I'm doing it.
Where you at? You can watch it at home. It's going to be on Fox probably. That's the reason I thought
I probably want to be out on the road because I got to come straight to work and do the Joe Rogan.
Oh, you're doing Joe? Oh, well, then yeah, I'll be up and doing that anyway.
They're going to be at Dolphins camp and Canes camp.
Oh,
this week, so I'll be here. So Tuesday morning, 3 a.m. Yeah,
because the game will end at 5. So
5:15.
Right when it ends, you're gonna have.
I'm out.
You might have to if it gets.
Nah, I'm out.
Hopefully, the women give you a reason to leave a little bit early and don't.
Nah, I'm good. I can leave.
Okay,
I can leave.
You're good.
Hard Rock or Cheetahs in Hollandale. One of the two.
Avisail Garcia. He's batting 188 this season. All right, good to have him back in the lineup.
Woohoo!
That's how your girl, there's some things you're really attracted to her about, like Sandy Alcantara, Jesus Luzardo is going to be on the mound, Jazz Chisholm, I love Brian De La Cruz. Those are the parts that I'm attracted. I see Avisail Garcia in the lineup. It's like, she's got her drawbacks, though. No one's perfect. Prove me wrong, Avisail. I also don't really know how to say his name. It's Avisail. They just say Avi. On the announcing team on TV,
Avi Garcia, man.
They go Avi Garcia. I'm like, I know what you're doing. That's like, if you watch NBA, like the NBA announcers, they like Shaq and Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith don't know how to say
Giannis.
No. They don't know how to say Giannis. Novak Jokic. They just say the Joker. You can tell that they've given up trying to say his name right. They just go the Joker.
It's easier to give the nickname.
I also called him. His name is Nikola Jokic. But they're just done with Nikola Jokic. They're just like the Joker. I was like, it's actually a smart move. But
it's better
if you know broadcasting. You know that they're
just trying to avoid mispronouncing the name.
I sit around like in practice. Giannis Antetokounmpo. What else do
Tua
I?
Tagovailoa.
Tua Tagovailoa. What's some other names that I practice? Like I literally will sit at home and be like, and also do this now with phone numbers because nowadays, nobody knows anybody's phone numbers.
Dude, I don't
Oh
know.
craps! I'm trying to remember some people's phone numbers. Always memorize at least 2 or 3 phone numbers.
You should at least
Get a
know
phone
your
number.
girl's number.
Yeah, and your mom's. Your exes usually don't answer the phone though when you call them from wherever you might be in an emergency and calling them. Baby's mama, no, not answering the phone. Not answering the phone. But I digress. Let's take a step into the day spa. Ah, yes. A bear was found chilling in the backyard pool of a Burbank, California home the other day. Now, no word if there was cocaine by that pool, but I'm guessing. Imagine you come home and there's a couple bears just chilling in your pool doing coke. Well, what do you do? What's the move there, Vlad? There's one of 2 moves that you can do.
You either join them or you just you call for more for them.
You call your guy or girl.
Because clearly they're not going to be
Yo.
hibernating anytime soon.
Yeah, no, they ain't sleeping.
They ain't sleeping.
You call your guy or girl. Yo, I need to make a purchase. I have a party over here, and it's getting a little out of hand. You want to join them, but you gotta test. Pardon the pun. The waters. Are they aggressive? Or are they just looking to have a good time? Because if they're looking to have a good time, I'm in the pool. If they look a little aggressive and maybe the white pony has got them a little on edge, you might want to keep that back door closed.
You saw Cocaine. You saw the movie, right?
Yeah.
Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, you gotta watch out. But if you give them some instead of trying to take it away, maybe I just like the bear chilling in the pool, like, yo, it's hot out here, man. Thanks, no problem.
Bear chilling.
Share, yo. Stash.
They showed a picture of a bear at just basically just beat up a guy. Not beat up a guy. He just scared a guy out of his lounge, his beach lounge chair, and just started sleeping on the chair, like as if it was it. Like this is his spot.
Like, yo, my spot.
He just took the lounge chair.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Fist fight a bear?
You're not gonna do anything. Hopefully, you don't crap your pants.
All right, so we know Eli Apple, he's a Dolphin, just finished his first practice with the team. We know Jalen Ramsey, he's injured, but he's still a Dolphin. He's with the team. We don't know who else the Dolphins may or may not sign. There's a couple other options out there. We also don't know who the Heat are going to sign, Vlad. We do not know. Of course, Damian Lillard is number 1 who we're looking for. Dwayne Wade.
He was at the fight.
He was at the fight?
Yeah, he was at the fight.
Did you see Channing Crowder, Ryan Clark, and
No.
Fred Taylor on TV?
No, I saw Uncle Shay Shay. I saw Dame. I saw Draymond Green.
Okay. Sounds like a good fight.
But they showed Dame twice.
Yeah.
Like they showed him twice. He kept on saying,
he loves the West Coast.
how many, like,
Even though
what is
West Coast
it?
is not on the West Coast.
7-time NBA All-Star, but they put Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah,
on
I
there.
mean, it's true.
And
it's true.
it's technically true, but it was like, why they kept they emphasize 7-time All-Star and Portland Trailblazer guard. So yeah.
Dame watch. We're going to get into that next. Dwayne Wade has kind of weighed in on the situation. We're going to talk about that and more next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM. Some U2. Is this
Errol
Sunday
Spence
Bloody
is
Sunday?
bloody on this Bloody Sunday.
Sunday Bloody Sunday?
Yeah.
About
Errol Spence is definitely bloody on this Bloody Sunday.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. I was going to get into Irish heritage, but Errol Spence is dealing with a lot more bloody Sunday. Well, that Sunday, even during the troubles in Ireland and Northern Ireland's history, that was a rough time. But you know,
Yo, when you get beat up like that, you think you're urinating blood?
You probably are. Did he take a lot of body shots?
He took everything, bro.
Yeah,
he took everything.
I always worry, like when I get hit in the ribs or like hit in the
bro.
body. I'm always worried, or maybe I get into something and some things get kind of twisted and turned. I always worry about urinating blood or like having pink urine. It worries me, man. But luckily, I haven't had that lately.
That man got beat up, man.
Much respect though. Like, never would I ever go to someone that was in the ring, even if they got knocked out or beat up, and be like, oh, you got punked. Like, no, I respect you. You step into that ring, you take your licks, no shame in that.
But this is why it was bad, though, Cousin.
Okay, break it down.
He little boyed him. He little manned him.
I know.
Like, in the 7th round, he could have not. He could have ended this fight. And by the way, if anybody has any problems with the referee stopping the fight, you're a nut. You're crazy. That referee saved that man. As a matter of fact, Terrence Crawford was so nice. This is how great he was. He really was being nice to Errol Spence Jr.
He was pulling punches?
Bro, he could have ended him in the 7th round. He let him live. It could have been. It was so dominating that he let him live for another 2 rounds until the 9th when he just he was hurting him, and then the ref.
Let's put this thing to sleep.
Yeah, the ref was like, "Nah, you can't take no more."
Okay, so they ended that. Are the Heat going to finally end this whole Damian Lillard thing, get him on the team, and give us the run that we want?
It was crazy seeing Dame at the fight, and you're wondering, like, what's going to happen with his future? Listen, man, it's going to be another month. It's going to be another month.
So, Dwayne Wade, Heat great. Not maybe. The greatest Heat player of all time.
Yes.
Most beloved Heat player of all time. No, he is. He is.
He's not. Is he the greatest Heat player of all time?
Who's better? Jimmy Butler?
Wasn't Bron better than Wade?
Who? LeBron?
Yeah, he was better than Wade.
Don't you get me started.
He was better than Wade. Even Wade.
Why?
I'm just saying, listen, if he's the most beloved, is he the best player? Is he the best player on the team in the franchise history?
Let's do it. 305-567-0560.
No, let's not do it because you already know. I already know what's going to happen. We already know what the Bron
305-567-0560.
We already know the Bron hate's coming. We already know the Bron hate's coming.
Who is the greatest Heat player of all time? Is it Dwayne Wade, Shaquille O'Neal, Dwayne Dedman,
the mechanic? Jesus.
White Thunder.
But I get what, I know
White
what
chocolate.
He's the most. Listen, best player.
LeBron James. No, I'm saying that's one of the options. I'm not saying LeBron James.
Best player to ever wear a Heat uniform is
Wade.
LeBron James.
No.
The best
Heat player of all time. Is there a differentiation?
Yeah.
Mr. Heat.
Mr. Heat. Let's go with that.
Is Dwayne Wade.
Or UD. But Mr. Heat.
I know. We're complicating things.
Go ahead.
I was making a simple statement.
I know. I just want to, you know me. I just want to,
give that man some love, please. Also, feel free to weigh in.
I love drama in my Triple G voice.
Where are you from?
I love
again?
drama.
Where are you from? Born and raised?
Brooklyn, baby.
Brooklyn, baby. That's why. Is anybody coming off right now on the Twitch page, YouTube Live? Or the text line 305-567-0560?
No, nobody's going crazy.
No one's going crazy yet.
No.
I think we all know it's Dwayne Wade. We're giving the man his flowers. He's going into the Hall of Fame.
What is he saying?
Yes, he's going into the Hall of Fame later this year. So he's making the rounds. He's doing the media stuff. And of course, somebody with inside the Celtics, Bob Kravitsky. He asked Damian Lillard. He asked Dwayne Wade about the whole Damian Lillard situation. And here is what Dwayne Wade responded. It's his career, and you have a vision for how you want it to go and try to accomplish that. And Dame has been trying to accomplish his career the way that he wants it to go. And he's been wanting to see it go in Portland, and that's why he's there. And so that's why he's been there. He continues to go on. And there's always going to be talk about what somebody should do. Kevin Garnett did this. This guy did this. LeBron went and did this. Dame has to do what Dame wants to do and understand that he gets one of these careers. You get one shot at this. And how does he want to see it go? How does he want to see this next? And then he went on to say, and that's something that we'll have to wait and see. And everybody has to respect whatever the decision is. And whether you like it or not, you have to respect the decision. And will all be that Dame wants to see for Dame's career and no one else. Basically, Dame, you do what's best for you. You do what you want to do, and don't let all these outside sources decide. He also went on to say, whatever decision he makes, whether it's with the Heat or without the Heat, Dwayne Wade respects that decision because he has to be an individual right here. So nothing like earth-shattering. I was hoping he'd kind of nudge a little bit like, it would be great to have you with the Heat, but
remember, he's an owner of the
I know.
Utah Jazz.
I know. That's why he was playing.
And I don't. When was these comments made? Was it before the Adam Silver memo the other day?
It was before the memo.
Okay. Well, maybe Adam Silver heard that and was like, you know what? I don't want anybody talking about this situation. Dwayne Wade knows. He has good knowledge of how this goes down. So, yeah, Damian Lillard's taking control of his playing career, his future.
And we've said this before. We're big believers in this. You have to look out for you because the NBA ain't worried about you one bit. It is a business. The NBA,
sports in general.
Remember, and you could talk to anybody who played professionally, and we have it here at the radio station, especially with our dudes, Leroy Horde and Channing Crowder. They say you real quick realize it's a business. You are not Leroy Horde, Channing Crowder. You're LB1 or RB1 or RB2. You're straight up business for this. Look, Bill Belichick has said it. He didn't just talk the talk. He walked the walk. It's better to get rid of a guy a year early than keep him a year late.
Bro,
Tom Brady, bye.
We're seeing it right now with the running back market where they don't want to pay running backs big money.
Look what happened.
They're gonna use them. They're gonna use them until they don't want to use them anymore. They can't. They're not the same player that they once was, but they're gonna give them 400, 500 carries or 350, 400 touches because that's the way they're gonna win. They can win. And what do? They treat them like a car. All right, your 5 years is done. All right, trade you in for another one.
Yep,
and drafted a younger version of you with more accessories.
The second they find something better, they are going to do it. Even if you're the greatest player in the team's history, the second they find somebody better, they're going to do it. Every once in a while, you do right by the organization. They do right by you.
And they got to save money as well. I mean, Dwayne knows what happened with the whole situation.
This is dog eat dog. So I have no problem players going out and trying to get as much as they can, as valuable as they can. Look at Saquon Barkley. You're going to get $10.1 million on this franchise tag, and you're going to like it. Okay, maybe I'll sit out. I might just have to sit the season out. So then it comes out that he signed a one-year deal for how much? $10.1 million.
$900,000 what raise? Again,
no.
Bonus.
He signed for 10.1, and
he got a
$2 million signing bonus.
That's right, $2 million.
And $900,000 in incentives. So he basically
$13 million.
If everything goes right. So he basically, instead of getting 10.1, got $3 extra million, could possibly get $3 extra million.
Terrible.
You got to feel like, man.
Got to feel like crap.
Who won that? I don't think Saquon Barkley totally won that.
No, you're not going to win that. That's the sad part for the running backs. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. While the NBA, and I understand, listen.
Don't be mad at Damian Lillard.
We've talked about this, Heat fans. Yes, 92% of the times when a star player wants to leave his team and gives them the destination that he wants to go to, it usually happens. But that other team usually has assets that the other team wants.
Okay.
And the Heat don't have anything that the Blazers want right now. So therefore, when you see that, and I think not only that though, Dan, I think that's going around the league that the Blazers don't like any of the offers the Heat have packaged. So therefore, just can't have somebody waiting there. What other teams have offers?
Right. And this is the thing. The Blazers need to come to the realization, and they will, and that's why I think the deal will get done, that they're not going to get an equal return on their investment. Damian Lillard averaged 32 points last year. What are you going to do? How are you going to get that back? You're not. So eventually, let's say this deal gets done, Vlad. And our dude Ira Winderman wrote a recent article that very intriguing.
Ira beat.
Ask Ira, love Ira.
Love Ira.
Nonetheless, Ira said, if Damian Lillard comes to the Heat, could he be the greatest one in Miami Heat history.
Greatest one. What, point guard?
Point guard. Could he be? I thought
Who
about
was the
this.
greatest point guard in Heat?
Tim Hardaway.
I mean, it's clearly Tim, but
I thought about this, Thad. This is what would make Damian Lillard the best point guard in Miami Heat history. He's not going to take, when I say it's not going to take a lot, I'm not taking anything away from Tim Hardaway, but correct me if I'm wrong, Vlad, or at least my opinion.
You're wrong.
Okay, cool.
That
was simple.
I was just kidding. Go ahead.
That was good. Good. Thank you. No, so I say this. If Damian Lillard
Mhm.
comes to the Miami Heat and plays just 3 seasons, but in those 3 seasons
Mhm.
averages around 30 points,
Mhm.
wins an NBA championship with the team,
Mhm.
gets to another NBA championship, whether win or lose,
Mhm.
that makes him the greatest point guard in Miami Heat history.
No, he's not.
Not enough?
Mm-mm.
That's not enough for you?
The greatest point guard in Miami Heat history was LeBron James.
Oh, man, you really are coming after it today. You really want to get jumped in the parking lot, don't you?
love it.
I'll have to walk out
I
with
just
you.
I love because I just love to see the animosity in Miami Heat fans, as if those 4 years wasn't like some of the best times of your life, and as if those 2 titles never happened.
Damian Lillard does play the point guard. My friend Lenny hit me up right now.
He's
Damian
more of a
Lillard's 2.
shooting, like he's more of a shooting guard.
He plays one.
But
He
he's a
brings the ball
guard.
up.
But he'll be the
I
one.
want him in the 1 because that means he can shoot at any point on
If
anytime he
he
crosses half court
wins, if he wins a title,
and scores around 30 points for 3 seasons. That's enough for me. I know Tim Hardaway is great. He's good, but
see, this is why that makes no sense for me. This is why I always bring up Bron's name. So you see the
now
scenario.
LeBron James in 4
No.
years. Bring me the
You see,
stats.
yeah, exactly. You see the scenario you just gave.
Go ahead.
3 seasons, give me 1 title, average 30, right? But the other
Yeah.
guys gave you 4 finals, back-to-back championships, and 2 MVPs.
I know.
And yet you're gonna tell me that Damian Lillard would be considered one of the best point guard, and if he's the best point guard in Heat history, that means he's one of the top 5 players in Heat history if he was traded.
So LeBron
we're not doing
James,
that.
the greatest point guard in Miami Heat history, because look at it in 4 years.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
In
Menu. You see what menu just put?
Norris Cole was a better point guard than LeBron.
That's why I tell you. That's why. I like
Okay,
poking the bear.
So
Pause.
even if Damian Lillard comes for 4 years, goes to 4 NBA finals, wins 2 of the 4 NBA finals, he's still not the greatest point guard in Miami Heat history.
Then he would be equal.
He'll be equal.
He would be
What if he
equal.
averages 30 points a game?
Still be equal. Did he win MVP?
1 year.
Did he win 2 MVPs?
No, because
Okay.
Jimmy gets one of them. Dog it! I thought we were gonna get somewhere today.
As the great Sergey would say,
It's
we're not getting.
happening.
It's not happening.
Not anytime soon.
Sergey said it. He said it from the minute since July 1st. So I give we all give credit. We always give people their flowers. He said it wasn't going to happen. He's been steadfast on it, 10-toed, and after I'm beginning to see his outlook, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. This
All
is
I
getting
wanted
nasty.
to do was to argue what it would take for Damian Lillard to be the greatest point guard in Miami Heat
And it
history.
might not happen though, cousin.
And we ended up turning it into there's no chance because LeBron James is the greatest.
Well, no, listen,
Heat point guard
I'm gonna say this
all
all the time, and I know people are gonna hate me, but if you're really a basketball purist, shout out to Mace. If you know basketball, you would know. No matter what, as great of an organization this is, and this is one of the top 10 organization in all of sports. LeBron James, other than the Lakers, LeBron James in any organization is the best player in that organization's history.
Cleveland Cavaliers by far.
Yes, and even the Miami Heat. Yes, your last 2 titles.
Dwayne Wade.
When was the last time I won a title?
Won 3.
When was the last time the Miami Heat won a championship?
But then the Lakers.
When was
the
the answer the question? When was the last time the Miami Heat won a championship?
It was with the big 3.
2013. Who was the MVP of that NBA Finals?
Okay.
Who
My
was the-
argument is this: 2 of the 4 organizations LeBron James has played with, he might not be the best player on that organization. The Lakers.
No,
and the
I
Heat,
said the Lakers because of the
And the Heat.
history.
and the Heat. Wait, did he play with 4 teams? He only played with 3 teams, right?
Played 3 teams.
He's played with the Cavaliers twice.
Right.
He's definitely the Cavaliers' greatest player of all time. Craig Elo doesn't hold a
Bro,
candle.
fam,
Brad Daugherty
Fam, are we
doesn't hold a
acting like Dwayne
candle.
Wade didn't say, LeBron, you need to take over the team?
I'm trying to throw out some Cleveland Cavaliers.
I don't care about I don't care about World Be Free. I don't
Tristan
care about
Thompson,
John Hot Rod Williams and all of them. Brad Daugherty, Mark Price. I don't care about them.
Kyrie Irving.
Listen,
go ahead.
I'm always gonna vouch for that man because what that man did for your city, for this city, those 4 years, it was unbelievable. I know you're upset that he left, but it's 10 years after the fact. You guys have gone to 2 NBA finals after that.
Look, Vlad, when you get with a bad one, you cherish the time you have. She's gonna leave you, man. She's going on to other things. Can't be mad about that. You just got to be happy about the times you have and keep those memories. I love LeBron James.
I love LeBron.
In a Heat uniform.
I remember those days when he was wearing number 6.
No more of that, Bill Russell. Man, this segment really went to a different place than I wanted it to go.
Why? Would he be the best one? I don't even consider Dame a 1. I just consider him a guard. He's not the prototypical point guard.
So then there's no way Dame can be the greatest shooting guard in Miami Heat history because that would be Dwayne Wade. So Damian Lillard cannot be the best of anything for the Miami Heat because LeBron James and Dwayne Wade got it covered. And I don't think Dame Lillard's
really hard to crack.
Center.
It's really hard to crack the Heat.
It's gonna be hard to beat Shaq.
All right, well, okay, Shaq's automatically your center, right?
Oh, Bam Adebayo.
Shaq's automatically your center, right?
I'm just trying to say, yes.
I would put Zoe at the 4 over Bam.
Yeah, you put Zoe at 4.
Okay.
He's a 4.
Brian at the 3, Wade at the 2, and Timmy at the 1.
So Dame Lillard can become the number one.
Timmy at number 1. And no, even that, low key, I might put Brian at the 1 just to put Jimmy in there.
There you go. So move some people around. Be a creative coach right there. So you put Bron at the 1, Dwayne Wade at the 2, Jimmy at the 3,
Zoe and Shaq.
4, 5.
You're going 82-0. Easy.
And then Bam's your sixth man.
Yeah, Bam could be 6. You know,
they had some really good players for Heat over the years too, though. Where does Mario Chalmers fall in all this?
What's the G League?
With Big 3, you mean?
No. What's the G League for the Heat?
Sioux Falls Skyforce.
Yeah, he's Sioux Falls Skyforce.
We're gonna get into some yay or day next here on 560 WQ. We're off the rails. A little cafe con leche from Mr. 305. Pitbull. I like it. Thank you, the leche. Over the break, we have gotten text 305-567-0560. Also, people on YouTube and Twitch giving us a laundry list of people who are better than LeBron James in Heat history, including Norris Cole, Delonte West.
That's nasty work.
Jason Williams.
Whoever put Delonte West, that was funny. That's
Thanks,
nasty
Lenny.
work.
Appreciate you. Yeah. Okay.
It's so easy to piss you guys off.
No.
Because all I have to say is Bron is better.
Okay, we got it. Yeah, Jason Menu says Jason Williams. I actually made up Jason Williams, I thought, but no. Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Bam Adebayo, all better than LeBron James. What else do we have? I got Delonte West, Morris Cole, Deion Waiters. Deion Waiters.
Nasty by me.
Glenn Rice.
Are you putting Bosh at the 4? Or Zoe? I think I'm putting Bosh
Zoe.
at the 4. No, I think I'm putting Bosh at the 4.
Zoe.
I'm putting Bosh at the 4.
Glenn Rice better than Rory Sparrow.
Come on, Richie. Come on now.
Richie.
Stop. It's 10 years, gentlemen and ladies.
No.
It's been 10 years. Get over it.
I'm just saying. I mean, Gabe Vincent.
Vincent.
This
is what I love. How can a guy who's considered either the greatest player of all time or the second greatest player of all time,
Jason Williams,
not be one of the best players on whatever team he's played for?
Delonte West, Birdman.
Oh, Jesus.
Anybody else? Chris Quinn.
And how can anybody somebody text in what kind of idiot would even consider LeBron James a point guard? I think if you lead the league in assists and the ball's in your hand, yeah, you're a point guard.
Yeah.
Or a point forward, but guess what? You're running the show. Yeah, he did that. At like age 34 or 35, he led the league in assists. He's a point forward. Someplace he's a point guard. He may not guard the guard, but he's running the show. He's a point guard.
I stand by my statement. Greatest Heat player of all time, Dwayne Wade. I don't know. Am I wrong or right? I mean, I think Heat Nation's got my back.
I agree with you.
Oh, Max Strus is better than LeBron James.
But the greatest player to ever play in the Heat, ever wear a Heat uniform. Oh, my God. Are you going to do karate now? Are you going to do karate? Oh, no, please. Oh, Jesus.
Camera's not following me. Camera's not following me, but
Jesus.
I'm trying. I need to do
more like Joe Hogan than Hulk Hogan there. Guys, get over the hate. No, Sergey, if you lead the league in assists while also averaging 27, 28 points, doesn't mean you were scared to shoot. It means you just handling the offense very well. But I cannot. You see, I know some people are trolling, but there are many people that truly believe that Bron is nothing. Like they don't care about his
third man
time
off the bench.
Right, third man off the bench. They don't care about his time in Miami, as if those 4 years didn't never happen.
Harold Miner, Baby Jordan, more of a Heat great than LeBron James.
That's a nay. That's a nay right there.
We're going nay right there. Do we even time? Should we? You know what?
Let's do that.
We're so off the rails. We'll do it in the next segment. Any more LeBron hate? Bring it. I don't care. I like it.
Sergey, we know you hate LeBron.
Honestly, Vlad, you kind of poked the bear. Pardon the pun.
It was easy, bro. It was easy because when you said could Dame be the number one, and I'm like, all right, let's look at the franchise's history. There's the number one, the best point guard you would say in Heat history would be Tim Hardaway, right?
Until Damian Lillard wins the championship, yes.
Okay, but me being the a-hole that I am, but also talking facts, LeBron James would be considered your point guard. He's running the show. He's got the ball in his hands.
He's definitely a number one.
So, therefore, if you're looking at the all-time Heat lineup in their history, Bron's going to be in your starting five. Shaq's going to be in your starting five. Dwayne Wade's obviously going to be in your starting five. Now I'm looking at your 4, and I'm looking at the 3. I got to put Jimmy in there somehow. That's the reason why I'm putting Bron at the 1. I got to get Jimmy in there.
He's Heat culture.
So now you're looking at the 4. And I had said Zoe, but then that's taking the way the game is, I need Chris Bosh's 3-point shooting. So that's the team. That's a hell of a team.
Great team.
I could put that against anybody's all-time top 5.
But there's others that are arguing that Harold Miner, Max Strus, Pat Cummings, guys I don't even remember that were on the team.
Pat Cummings.
Jason Williams, better than LeBron James when it comes to being NBA players.
And guys, you ever ask yourself this question, and we'll get more into it the next hour.
Mm-hmm.
Say that they do get Dame, right?
Ray Allen.
Yeah, Ray was passing. Say they do get Dame, right?
Yeah.
Does anybody have the fear, like, what if it doesn't work out the way they think?
That's what I was going to ask. What if Dame is not Heat culture?
It's not even about Heat culture. What if it just doesn't work out? Like, it's not the same. I don't think it wouldn't work out, but we're doing, Heat fans are really, really wanting it. What if it doesn't work out? Like, he gets there and it's not what you expected?
I mean, we know he loves Bam, but what if he and Jimmy don't get along?
With Dame, you're expecting to get what? Back to the NBA Finals?
You should.
What if you get eliminated in the second round? What if you get knocked down in the Eastern Conference Finals?
What if he and Jimmy don't get along? And he and Bam are really tight, so I'm not worried about that.
I don't know if Dame, Richie, what if Dame is lame? What if he starts showing signs that
he's getting older?
Yeah.
Let's just get him here first and worry about that, man. Just get the deal done. So, totally off the rails like we usually are on a Sunday. Up next, we're going to maybe do a little bit of Nay and Day, get you some headlines, and get going here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
his locker is literally right across from mine. So I saw him earlier in the day in the locker room, and we was chopping it up a little bit at the training breakfast table. And yeah, we all good. It's all love. We're on the same team, so all love.
Monday gonna be fun. Tyreek Hill, Eli Apple gonna get into it on the field. Apparently, they're hanging out a little bit off the field. That is Eli Apple talking about he and Tyreek Hill. They're right across from each other in the locker room. They're at the training table, chopping it up. They've talked some noise to each other in the past, but past is the past. They're teammates now, working at things. I don't see there being any problems, Vlad. I think everything's cool. You're on the same team. You're both got competitive egos. Just one of those things.
It's trash talk, man. It's competitive trash talk.
It's one of those things. Both those guys know how to talk the talk. Tyreek Hill definitely knows how to walk the walk. Hopefully, Eli Apple can give us a little bit of help right there. Of course, in the offseason, the free agency market, always very interesting. Some guys sit around and wait. Some guys jump right away. Eli Apple spoke on the offers and kind of the offseason he had before signing with the Miami Dolphins yesterday.
Yeah, it was different. I haven't gone through that long of an offseason without being on the team, being signed. So, it just took a lot of patience and just hard work on my end just to continue to stay ready as much as I can for any opportunity.
Were there any offers during the offseason just at a really low money number that didn't interest you, or did you just not have any offers up until yesterday?
There were a few. There were different teams that reached out. Yeah, I just wanted to be patient in my approach and wait for the best opportunity.
Were there times when you wondered if the right offer would come your way?
Nah, I never try to waver in my confidence. I believe in myself and my ability, so I knew the right opportunity was ready. So
what was the main thing?
Tell the truth, Vlad. Were there other offers in this offseason, or is this the first one that's really come his way?
First one that came his way.
Yeah.
RV Ritchie's right. RV Ritchie was like, because he sucked. I don't want to say, before we say that somebody sucks, they have to really be bad. He stunk. That's what, let's just say right now, teams didn't offer him anything because they didn't think he was maybe worth what he wanted as a free agent. Because you got to understand, Eli Apple coming out of Ohio State, and he's played in the postseason the last 3 or 4 years and has gone to the Super Bowl. So he's gonna think that he's worth some good, a good bag. And maybe teams didn't want to give him an offer that he liked. But when you're a veteran like that, you just wait. You sit and wait. You'll be frustrated, but then eventually, if you just take your time, it'll all work out for you. Look at Dalvin Cook right now. Probably sucked when he got that sucked when he got cut by Minnesota. And teams want him, but they don't want to offer him the type of money that he would want. So therefore, you just sit and wait. And as crazy as it is, Dan, you're basically waiting for injuries to happen.
That's what you're doing. Yep.
It's not like you want it to happen, but that's what you're really doing. You're knowing that training camp is a long time till opening weekend. Just sit, relax, train, and then sooner or later, something's going to happen where you'll be able to go to a team and get nearly what you wanted, nearly the contract you want.
It's the nature of the beast, and really, there's really no sense in shopping around or trying to field offers until these injuries come, because that's when your value goes up, and that's when you're needed. So I don't really think people were beating down Eli Apple's door, but that was also not so much a testament to how good or bad he is. It's more of just teams like the Miami Dolphins are waiting. Someone gets hurt. Oh, let's go fill that hole. Let's get Eli Apple. So Dolphins offer him the 1-year deal. He took it. Newest Dolphin, Eli Apple. Please be a good cornerback for us. That's all we ask for you, man. That's all we ask. Real quick, since we didn't get to it last segment, let's do a little nay our day, running around, finding out whether we want to say nay, thumbs down, our day to some of the things that have been said recently. Mike McDaniel, not speaking about Eli Apple, but spoke kind of long-windedly about a running back that we all want, but we don't know if we're going to get. His name is Dalvin Cook.
Well, first and foremost, I think I'm extremely happy with our running back group. Extremely happy. I have great relationships and with some very talented players. However, Dalvin Cook is a great player. I kind of look at it like this. If it works on both sides, it makes sense for somebody. You don't want anybody.
Huh.
You're adding a player to the team,
Huh.
the organization and the player. All the things that they both need to be met for it to work. So he's a free agent.
Oh, really?
And he's visiting the Jets.
Oh,
And that's what I have to say.
when did that just become facts that
All
he
right.
starts throwing out?
2 things. Mike McDaniel's definitely a stoner.
I mean,
He
straight edge
definitely
from what I
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
He's had some addiction problems in the past, but
He's definitely a stoner. And second,
Huh?
nobody can answer a question in 600 different ways and not get to the point that not get to what the question is.
And then he just started throwing out facts.
Like
He's a
why?
free agent.
Why? Hey, we talked about him, and he's now going to
visiting
go
the-
visit the Jets. What does that have to do with anything?
He's a running back. Okay, I give it a day
Um,
because I like that it's just silly and makes no sense.
Yeah, definite stoner. Definite stoner when stoners trying to get profound, and then they kind of lost their thought process along the way. That's what that comment sounded like. But it's a name.
Okay, another guy that hasn't always made very much sense, owner of the Colts, Jim Irsay, for one reason or another. He recently spoke about the whole Jonathan Taylor situation in Indianapolis.
If I die tonight and Jonathan Taylor's out of the league, no one's going to miss us. The league goes on. I mean, we know that. The National Football rolls on. It doesn't matter, who comes and who goes.
Nay or day on that, Vlad?
Nay on the whole comment, man.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
That's nasty. What's wrong with Jim Irsay, man?
Might have been popping pills, man.
If I died and Jonathan Taylor never played, and then in the next sentence,
Nobody's going to care about us. That's BS.
And then
That's
the next-
absolute BS.
And then in the next sentence, we're not trading Jonathan Taylor. We need him. Huh? Just talking about death.
But the other day you were insulting running backs.
Yeah.
That you didn't want to pay them. And then now when your star running back and the best player on your team and the guy that's probably going to get like 400 carries because you have a rookie quarterback who's very raw.
But if I died and he wasn't in the league next year, who cares? The NFL's too strong.
Yeah, life will continue.
Huh?
Life will go on, but people will be missed you. This is a fraternity.
Can we call him a bum? Can we call Jim
Absolute
Irsay a
bum.
bum?
He's a bum.
Yeah, man. I don't like that guy very
He's
much.
a pill popping bum.
Max Scherzer. He was the ace for the New York Mets. He has now found a new home.
Let's bring in our Jeff Passan. Look, there was a lot of pending worked into this deal before it was done, in large part because Scherzer had that no trade clause in his contract. Also, the structure of his contract. So how did we get from pending to done?
They got there because Max Scherzer wanted to be a Texas Ranger, Nicole. It was as simple as that. I think he saw the trajectory of the New York Mets this season, failing to really do anything despite the largest payroll in Major League Baseball history, and that of the Texas Rangers, which is ascendant, starting with Corey Seager and Marcus Semien 2 years ago. And while the Jacob deGrom signing actually wound up paving the way for Scherzer to come because he got hurt, he realized that he has got a better chance in these later years of his career of winning a World Series in Texas than he was going to in New York.
Nay or day right there. Max Scherzer, a Ranger.
That's day, bro. That's the Mets.
Highest payroll ever.
Let me make fun of them.
Ever.
Classic, always, all the time. The New York Mets are April champs. They always start off well, talk tough. They always talk like they're we're gonna be the new National League champs. We're gonna win the NL East. Spent all that money, and now in less than a year, you're letting go. You let go of Max Scherzer. You probably might let Justin Verlander go back to Houston. I won't be shocked by that.
Man, I give it day. I like that Scherzer's going to the Rangers. Growing up, I watched a lot of Rangers games, living in that area, sort of. I like the fact that it's going. Mets, anytime a team spends more money than God and ends up not working out, it's always a little bit silly as long as they're not your team.
I know my team spent money, but at least we're above 500.
Let's talk about your team.
The Mets are 18 and a half games back of first place Atlanta.
But Atlanta's really good, but
Right.
still.
But they're also behind the Miami Marlins and their payroll. One player might have more of a play. I think Max Scherzer made more money than the whole entire Florida Miami Marlins team.
Could be. Could be. Talk
Wow.
about your team, man. Your guy is back, Aaron Judge, and he's just being Aaron Judge.
Judge with a blast. Deep left center. It's gone. He looks the fastball up. And see, that's belt high to Judge. To most mortals, it's probably chest high, but that's not most mortals. And he crushed it. Would have went out of anywhere.
Going day on that one, huh, Vlad? I'm glad he's back.
All day, every day.
I'm glad he's back.
I am
More
glad
stars,
that
more
he's
man.
back because this season was
Me-
really, 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 really going down the toilet. Hopefully he can save it and they can get a wild card spot. But yeah, it's day all day, especially because that's crazy. He's at 20 home runs and he missed a lot of time. This guy's unbelievable.
I just like when stars play. That's the main thing. Whether you're a Yankees fan or not,
I hear you.
he's a great guy. He's a great player.
You just want to see greatness.
I just want to see greatness right there. Speaking of greatness, not a lot of greatness at Lone Depot Park yesterday, but there was one silver lining.
And Cabrera has a single for his second hit of the afternoon. And that'll be all. They'll give him a curtain call.
So Miguel Cabrera on Venezuelan Heritage Day goes 2 for 4. He gets a hit in the bottom of the ninth, or top of the ninth, I'm sorry. And they give him a curtain call and he walks off. I thought maybe he doesn't play today, but he is playing today. He's 0 for 1. Got to give that one a day right there all day.
Of course, man.
It's great. It's great. Very interesting. Venezuelan Heritage Day yesterday. Great crowd. Way to step up. Of course, you have Miggy Cabrera, his farewell tour last time's playing in Miami where he started. You had Luis Arraez batting. And then today you got Jesus Luzardo on the mound, who also played for Venezuela. So a nice little Venezuela weekend. Taqueños for everybody over there at Lone
Dave
Depot Park.
Concepcion was
He was
there.
throwing out first pitch.
Omar Vizquel was there.
It was great.
Yeah, it was great, man.
Great stuff. Miggy Cabrera, so glad that you've blessed us with your unbelievable career, and much love right there. Just don't beat us today.
Arguably the greatest right-handed hitter in my lifetime.
In your lifetime.
Him and Manny Ramirez.
Man Ram. Let Man Ram vote. Love it. Let's get to some of the headlines real quick. In wake of Jalen Ramsey going down, the Dolphins have signed free agent cornerback Eli Apple to a 1-year deal. Practice earlier today. You heard some of the sound. Tyreek Hill, he's had his words with Eli Apple in the past. He tweets out, our X is out. I don't know what the new term is. Monday practice gon' be fun.
That's crazy. You can't say X is out. I'm about to X out.
what was the thinking behind, you know what we should call it? X. That would be
Was he listening to DMX? Was he listening?
non-ambiguous at all.
It's dark and hell is hot. Was he just? I don't get that.
I mean,
what's
Vlad,
Elon thinking?
if I came up to you and I'm like, man, I've been on X all day. There's so many things that you could be thinking I could be doing.
I'm like, who's your dealer?
I know. Or like, why are you looking at porn? Or there's a lot of things.
It's crazy. A lot of bad things, and it's just Twitter might be considered what formerly was known as Twitter might be considered bad.
Sony Michel is retiring after 5 seasons. He won a Super Bowl with the Patriots his rookie year. He also won a Super Bowl with the Rams. He was part of the Dolphins for a short while before being cut in the preseason last year. Former Dolphins quarterback Reed Sinnett, he signed with the Bengals. Going to be kind of filling the void as Joe Burrow takes a little bit of time off to heal up that calf that he's having. Like we said, injuries, it's part of the game. Sit back, relax if you're a free agent. And
I think Joe Burrow's going to start week 1.
they've said that, yeah. They have said that he is going to start week 1. But like I said, we hear these things like Jalen Ramsey. Oh, man, he got carted off, but it's probably just precautionary. And now
No. They ran. No.
A lot of people were saying that.
Once you see the cart, man,
Well, Joe Burrow got carted off.
that's like Madden. Remember the old Madden, original Madden on Genesis?
Mm.
When you sack a quarterback and then Pat Summerall comes out and here comes the ambulance and the ambulance is running over all the players and the officials just to get the injured player and then take him to the locker room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically the cart right now. When you see the cart, you know things are messed up.
Inter Miami will face rival Orlando City Tuesday at Drive Pink Stadium in the knockout round of League's Cup. It is the round of 32. Orlando sent out a message telling Messi and Inter Miami that they will be ready, as opposed to sending out a message on X saying, we're not exactly ready, but we'll see what happens Tuesday. Nice little shot right there from a very classy organization in the Orlando City team. I'm not going to read. Well, I am actually. Inter Miami has signed Argentine midfielder Facundo Fares.
Bring everybody, man. Bring the whole Argentinian World Cup team.
Messi,
Bring them all.
Messi,
Bring them all.
what do you want?
Bring them
what?
all.
Your wife? She wants a job with the organization? $1 million to do what? Go to your games. Done. Deal. Just keep scoring goals. Keep winning. We're good. Good. Visale Garcia. He's back in the lineup today. More good news.
Marlins are down 1-0.
Oh, that's not good news. Jazz Chisholm, he's expected to return soon, along with pitcher Andrew Nardi. Let's get some guys back. Let's get Sandy Alcantara rolling. Let's get going. I know that both Miggy Cabrera and Luis Arraez, they've gone 0 for 1 in the game, but, pretty much long afternoon. In boxing, Terrence Crawford dominated Errol Spence Jr. with a 9th round stoppage. While in MMA, Justin Gaethje defeated Dustin Poirier.
It's Gaethje.
Gaethje?
Yeah. I know you wanted to say Gaethje because it sounds like Creole, but it's Gaethje.
It's a 2nd round knockout.
Yes. And there'll probably be a 3rd fight in the next year or 2.
Okay.
Because they've each won a fight.
Okay, so they've each won.
Yeah, they've each won. So there'll be a trilogy. I don't want to see a rematch with Spence and Crawford. I don't, even though there'll probably be one in December.
You don't think Spence will come out a little more motivated next time to not get...
Fam, it was a thorough ass kicking.
Not worth it.
Bro, when somebody... Dan, when you CompuBox numbers and all of that, when they say he's connected on 60% of his power punches.
60?
Yes. Hey, connecting on 25% of your power punches is considered great. If you're hitting on 60% of your power punches, you're effing that young man up.
If you're Errol Spence Jr. today, are you just sitting in a dark room, by yourself, licking your wounds? Is that the option that you have in your life after that fight?
Oh, you got to reconsider things because you were talking hella trash.
But I'm saying, I thought that you were supposed to sit in a dark room just because, you had some head trauma and it's not good to have bright lights and stuff, could cause seizures and stuff. That you just kind of crying and licking your wounds.
I don't think he should be. I think he should be around family and friends, maybe watch some comedies. I don't think he should be left alone by himself because if you're left alone by yourself, you're going to start feeling those punches again.
He needs a little distraction in his life.
He needs a lot of distraction.
I don't understand that.
And he's already making an excuse. So he hopes the fights in the rematch is at 154 pounds. That's kind of giving an excuse, maybe saying that it was hard for you to cut weight, but no, you got your ass beat. And it was thorough.
And there's nothing wrong with going out there saying he was the better man tonight. We'll see you in the rematch. I respect that. F1 race, Belgium Grand Prix, Following a 1-1 tie to the Netherlands.
Max Verstappen, guys.
If you're not a regular on the show or even someone that knows nothing about F1, Max Verstappen. You know who's going to win the Miami Grand Prix next year, Vlad?
Max Verstappen.
There you go. Foreseeing that. Following a 1-1 tie to the Netherlands, the U.S. will face Portugal Tuesday at 3 a.m. Are you starting to worry about this U.S. women's national team, Vlad, a little bit? After every game, they keep saying, we're a little out of sync. We promise next game will be right.
They're out of sync, or maybe that the other countries are not afraid of them?
Yeah, I'm starting to flash back to the Olympics, man, where we kept being like, well, when are they going to be the U.S. women's national team? Until they saw themselves out of the Olympics. It's like...
I just think teams are not afraid of them anymore. And that usually happens with powerful teams. After a while, when the advancement of the game...
I mean,
there was one team they were starting like 16, 17-year-old girls, and they were really good. Like, there are countries that are their World Cup teams, their professional teams have star teenage players.
And that's what I was saying. Let's do some in-depth breakdown of U.S. women's soccer. Fact of the matter is, Megan Rapinoe, this is her final go-round. She's retiring after this World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Morgan, she's been around for a while. Julie Ertz, she took maternity leave kind of voluntarily, kind of after the Olympics. The U.S. women's team were like, hey, we need to go a little more of a youthful route. They brought her back for this World Cup. Trinity Rodman is great. She's a young superstar. Sophia Smith, also great. Rose Lavelle, she's been around for a while. This is a team that has maybe some identity issues with a large gap in age. It looks like they want to go young, but they also don't want to let go of their traditional stars. And I don't know. I think they're suffering a little bit from their identity right there. I don't know.
It's happened before. I mean, remember everybody started. Well,
soccer's a fickle sport.
What year was that with the Mia Hamm and Julie Foudy team?
Happy birthday, Hope Solo, by the way, 42.
If anybody's seen those Hope Solo pictures,
happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's not, there's a lot of different directions we can go.
That's when iCloud got hacked. That's when the iCloud photos got hacked of everybody. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got pictures. out
Aaron
there.
Andrews, all of them. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad work.
We all have pictures.
God,
the Marlins. 4-0.
Your girl.
My girl hates me right now. I got Miggy Cabrera out though. I'd rather get beat by Miggy Cabrera than the rest of these Detroit Tigers, but it's 5-0. Oh goodness. Okay, go ahead. I'm very
Right.
upset.
So the women's team, right?
Please.
That women's team that led a generation and led a generation of girls that wanted to play soccer and everything like that. It took them a little bit to regroup and reload after that team's initial run, and then they moved on, and now we have this incarnation of the women's team and Megan Rapinoe. Who else? Alex Morgan. They're gonna move on, and you're gonna have to reload. That's
Trinity
it.
Rodman.
It's just like it's basically like college.
I don't know what's going on with Kristen Press. Maybe she's injured. I haven't seen her at all in this World Cup, or maybe she's not playing. I know she got hurt with Angel City the other day, last year. But yeah, it seems like the identity of the women's team is kind of up in the air, and that not a good thing for a World Cup, but maybe they can pull it out. I still think they're the best team in the world. And when it comes down to brass tacks, USA all the way. We always win. I'm talking about just in the world most of the time. I don't need examples of when we did. Let's take a step into the day spa. Oh, you're going to like this one, Vlad. A Los Angeles truck driver suffers from something called diphalia, and he recently shared his struggles. Do you know what diphalia is?
No.
It is a condition where a male has 2 male organs, active male organs.
Wait. She has 2 male. It's a female?
No, it's a male.
A male having 2 female organs.
No, 2 male organs.
Okay.
He has 2 of them. He says it's a struggle because going to the bathroom, and then he says when he meets ladies, he has to explain the situation to them, and they don't believe him, so he shows them, and oftentimes they're turned off by seeing 2 coming out of his pants. I don't know, man.
That's crazy.
That does not sound like a blessing. That is not a blessing. 1's enough. Have enough trouble with 1. Don't need 2. Am I right? Am I wrong? Does anyone out, suffer from
That's wild.
diphalia? Let me know. Actually, don't let me know. I don't want to know that, Vlad. I don't want to know. Never
I don't
mind.
want to know anything.
Take that back. Take that back.
Yeesh.
Miami Heat, they still actively are searching to get Dwayne Wade over here in some way, shape, or form. What is the state of the Heat, though, right now? What direction should they be going? What direction?
Head northwest, young
might
man.
They have to go.
Follow the Oregon Trail and get that, man.
You better, because we're going to look at some of the other options if we don't. That's next. Sports Day 560 WQAM. 560 Sports WQAM. We are on YouTube, Twitch. Just look for 560 WQAM. On the Odyssey app around the world, and in South Florida, 560 WQAM. You can call or text in 305-567-0560. Vlad, I'm going to let you take this one away because it's your specialty. We got an interesting text from the 305 just a minute ago. Don't laugh.
All right.
I'm gonna have to walk you to-
South Florida's hate for LeBron is crazy. All right. So somebody put, no, LeBron's just a ball hog and wants all the accolades. Wade and Bosh carried him to the finals. Without them, he'll just be like he was in Cleveland.
What did he do in Cleveland?
Well, the first time he got his team to the NBA Finals. The second time, he led them to the finals 4 consecutive years, like he did in Miami the previous 4 years when he went to the finals 8 years in a row. And he was NBA Finals MVP in each one of them. But yeah, Wade and Bosh carried him to the finals. Game 6 in Boston, that was Wade and Bosh. Yeah. Game 7 against San Antonio was Wade and Bosh.
So is the argument that whether LeBron James would have come here or not, it would have been the same result those 4 years with Bosh and Dwayne Wade?
Time out. Now he goes, truth hurts. LeBron's a great athlete, but he's a forward any way you cut it. Really?
Is he a point forward?
He's a point forward. Yes.
Well, then he's a point guard. He's
point.
Oh, he's not a point guard. He's a point forward. He plays the one.
He plays
the one.
He's the one. And we're in position. I thought we're in positionless basketball now.
We are.
Right?
Well, we're trying to rank people in different
But
positions.
okay, so therefore, in order for me to get Jimmy in, I'm putting Bron at the point. He doesn't have to guard the guard. I could put Jimmy guarding the one. But look, in order for me to get Jimmy in, I'm putting Bron at the one. But for them, you could say he's not a forward and guard. We could talk whatever. Verbiage, whatever. But to say that he's a ball hog and just wants the accolades, that is one of the most ridiculous comments. Because if everybody says, from what I always understood, one of the flaws that he had was
he passes too much. Ask Mario Chalmers.
So what is it, folks?
Ask Mario Chalmers if he's a ball hog.
So what is it, folks? Like, I get
he
it.
Doesn't like the
years,
big shot.
Get over the hate, bro.
Okay.
Get over the hate.
Okay, I'm going to stick by my guns. Tim Hardaway, the greatest point guard in Heat history. But soon, Damian Lillard will be the greatest point guard in Miami Heat history. Recently, online, went to Fansided, and we found 3 ways the Heat can keep Tyler Hero out of the Damian Lillard package and trade.
Let me hear this.
You want to hear this?
Let me hear this.
Tell me if this is. I'm not even going to ask
because you know what? You might as well do it like that because they don't want Tyler Hero and no other team is helping you. You're not going to get a 3-way deal where that's the number one thing people need to realize. Hey, this trade is not happening between those 2 teams. Miami needed help with another team or other teams, and those other teams have decided they don't want to help Miami. So now it's got to be between Miami and Portland. And what Portland wants, Miami's not going to give.
Option number 1, as a Heat fan, this makes me give you my O face. This is so beautiful. No way that I'm not going to. No. The Blazers would get Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, Nikola Jovic, Jaime Jaquez Jr., 2027 first round pick, 2029 first round pick, and the Heat in exchange, Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic. Greatest job ever by Pat Riley if that actually happens. Vlad, what is the percentage chance that situation would happen?
I don't see it happening.
I would give it 1%.
You
In true Heat fashion, 3%.
Boom, boom. +1 for you.
Wow. Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, Caleb Martin, Nikola Jovic, Jaime Jaquez Jr., 2027, 2029 first pick. But you don't just get Damian Lillard. You get a true center in Jusuf Nurkic. And they're saying Jusuf Nurkic would be thrown in 3 years, $54 million. It's a salary issue. Wow. I want that trade. I want it bad. Now, here's another one. The 3-way deal between the Heat, the Blazers, of course, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's what you're going to get if you're a Blazers fan. Kyle Lowry, Kendrick Williams, who'll come over from Oklahoma Thunder, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Nikola Jovic, Haywood Highsmith, 2024 first-round pick via Miami, 2028 first-round pick via Miami, 2030 first-round pick via Miami, and pick swaps. The Thunder would get Caleb Martin, and of course the Heat would get Damian Lillard. That's very interesting. I mean, if you're Joe Cronin, like, you better watch out. That 2030 pick is going to be, that's a bad one.
Same, B. You got to give me something I can use now.
Do the Oklahoma Thunder want Caleb Martin that bad? Is another good question. I mean, I'm not diminishing Caleb Martin. I'm just saying, like, that's interesting.
He got to hold on to somebody from one of the undrafted, no, not even undrafted guys, because Caleb was drafted, but he was let go by a team. But you need one of those guys,
man.
And he only has 1 year left.
Yeah, they were saying he could be the next salary cap casualty, or he could be the next big hit for the Heat. Like, because if he has a great season this year, he's going to want some money. And are the Heat going to be able to pay him? Is another team going to, lure him away? He could be that next guy that we have to wonder on free agency night, that first night, those first hours, what's going to happen. Here's the third, and it's a crazy 4-team deal with many moving parts.
Jeez.
Well, you got to do what you got to do to get Dame time. So the Heat, they're going to get Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic. I think if you get those two guys, you are back in the finals with a good chance to win it. But here's what the Blazers would get. Of course, the Mavericks and the Hawks have to get involved in a 4-team trade for this to happen. I can't follow this, even reading it. The Blazers would get Josh Green, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Nikola Jovic, Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, 2028, 2030, and 2 pick swaps. Mavs would get Clint Capella and Caleb Martin, while the Hawks would get Tim Hardaway Jr. and second-round pick in 2025 and 2026. Okay. But that keeps Tyler Hero back. If Riley in any way, shape, or form, I mean, outside of something just absolutely ridiculous, can keep Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, and get Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic.
What bench did the Heat have, bro?
Which what?
What bench would the Heat have? If the Blazers would get Josh Green, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Triple J,
Nikola Jovic,
Lowry, Duncan Robinson, right? So that's one.
You got Haywood Highsmith, Orlando Robinson.
That is 5. That is 5 players. And they're all off the bench.
But man,
Dan, you got a jumper?
I got everybody I need on my team.
Dan, do you have a jumper? Because you might be able to make the Heat team.
Oh, I can hit a J, man. I got to freshen up my handles.
You can hit a J.
Got to hit my handles up a little bit because they're going to
you
come
can
after
hit a
me.
J, but can you hit a jumper?
Yeah, of course. I can hit a J and a jumper. Yeah, I can do both. Not at the same time, though. That's too much. I got to focus on the game. I can hit a J. I can hit a jumper. Yeah. But, man, I'm telling you, if your starting lineup, Damian Lillard, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Jusuf Nurkic, we'll figure the rest out, man. We'll get some free agents and stuff. That, we'll figure it all out, man. It'll be cool.
I love the textures, man.
But why not? Why not? Do you not believe in that starting lineup?
I believe. Don't you need a bench as well? Though.
You'll find Orlando Robinson, Haywood Highsmith. You'll figure it out. You got Josh Richardson. I'm already solving your problems. I'm in.
Josh Richardson would be starting.
I'm cool with that. I
Right.
like Josh Richardson a lot.
Those 5 guys can't play 82 games in 48 minutes.
No, but you already got you've got your guys.
Who?
Orlando Robinson, Haywood Highsmith, Josh Richardson. I mean,
Josh Richardson's starting.
No,
You're
he's
starting?
not.
Bro.
Damian Lillard, Tyler Hero, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Jusuf Nurkic. That's my starting 5.
And then Josh, and then
Coming off the bench. Orlando Robinson coming off the bench. Haywood Highsmith. I'm talking myself into this, Vlad. I think I'm winning. I think I'm winning this with the fans.
Yeah, you could.
Maybe have me come off the bench. I don't know. I can play a little ball.
Oh my God.
Let's look at the Heat lineup right now. Let's see. This one's gonna be as of now. I think I've really talked myself. You got Kevin Love coming off the bench.
I think Kevin Love is starting for you guys first.
Dude, I don't know. I think I've made a pretty good case for this. Now you got to get Joe Cronin to agree, but apparently, if he doesn't like the money that Jusuf Nurkic is getting, don't get hurt. By the way, Jusuf, who's had a problem with injuries in the past, but Kevin Love,
Yeah, you're 7x6. You're just gonna get Justice Winslow.
we'll take Justice Winslow, get him back in the mix. Rook 2, he and Josh Richardson, good friends. I don't know, Vlad. I'm talking myself into this a little bit. Some of the other, there's another article that says, 3 guys the Heat should target. These are some guys that can fill out the roster. Tell me if this excites you, okay? Kelly Olynyk, bring him back. Bet minimum.
Hell no.
Kelly Olynyk, come off the bench, okay?
No, you can't. First of all, you have to talk to Kevin Love about that.
I'm just saying.
No, you know how we talked about Tyreek and Eli Apple having to have a talk?
Yeah.
Well, Kelly Olynyk and Kevin Love will have to have a talk.
I'll figure it out.
Remember? Olynyk tried to break his shoulder.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I like the fact that you Miami sports teams putting guys that have beef on the same roster.
Yeah, it's just kind of our culture, how it goes. How about this? Does this excite you? Maybe, get him for cheap. Bring Derrick Jones Jr. back.
That might not be bad.
Okay.
I like Derrick Jones Jr.
I think I'm talking you into this, Vlad.
No, you're not talking me into it, but I
you get an energy athletic guy coming off the bench.
Okay, if the Heat can get all their former Heat culture guys to roll with this squad, by all means, go ahead.
So you're cool with Justice Winslow coming back?
I never thought Justice Winslow should have been drafted that high when Miami did, but it was one of those drafts where there weren't that many great players, and he just happened to be the best player available at the time. I think what was in like a 9th, like pick 9 or 10th, I believe. Never could hit a jumper, bro. You gotta be able to hit a jumper. If you're gonna be a specialty guy in the league right now, it's gotta be 3 and D pause. But if you can't shoot a jumper, you can't shoot a 3, there's no real use for you, man. It's like playing 4 against 5.
We already know Goran Dragic wants to come back to the Heat. Get him at a veteran minimum. I don't know, Vlad.
Come on, everybody wants Goran back, man.
I don't know, Vlad. If we can get this trade done, and when I say we, I mean Pat Riley, can get this trade done where they don't lose Tyler Hero and they get Damian Lillard along with Jusuf Nurkic, man, I'm starting to believe. I'm starting to believe my own stuff. I'm starting to really, really get high on this team, man. Love you, Caleb Martin. Love you, Doug Robinson. Love you, Nikola Jovic. Love you, Jaime Jaquez Jr. Man, that's not a bad lineup. You know what? I would even say that's a championship lineup, Vlad. Championship lineup. When you got those guys starting, and then you got guys coming off the bench, man, get that deal done. Can we? Can we? I want it. I want it bad. 0%
That would be funny.
chance.
I'm not gonna hold you. That would be hysterical.
Just bring back everybody.
If you brought back if you brought
the
the previous Heat culture guys back, and then you look, what are you gonna tell Tyler? Is Pat Riley gonna do a Godfather scene and then take Tyler by the cheeks, hug him, is like, I'm sorry, my son.
No,
I'm sorry.
You tell him the obvious lie that you were going to tell him anyway. Don't listen to the media. They said all that. I have press clippings where I went out there and said you're an integral part of the team and that you're not going anywhere. Who are you going to believe? Me or the media? It's the media making all that stuff up. Let's go win a championship. Let's get paid. You don't want to live anywhere else than Miami or Los Angeles. You're from Wisconsin. You're from Racine, Wisconsin. Nonetheless, you know what it's like in other markets. You don't want that. We got you, man. Go ball out. Look who we put around you, or who we put you around. Oh, man. Just get this deal done. Like I said, going to miss some of those guys.
But damn, when you look at it, bro, right? Like, first round picks in 29, 30. Cronin might not even be the general manager at that time.
I know that's hard to sell a fan base.
That's
too,
hard. It's like I might not be at this position to be making those picks.
So Joe, here, let's make you a deal you can't refuse. You want some extra picks? How about we give you 2045 and for good measure 2057 first round? You got it. You cool? All right, we're good. Throw it in there. Come on. Let's get this. I want to win now. I don't care about 2030 or 2040. I might not be around 2030 or 2040. I want to win now. I'm telling you. Make this deal. Cronin. I'm going to call Cronin and be like, you better make this deal. We need this in South Florida. How dare you try to ruin our fun? You already know. That might happen. I'm talking about Cronin actually making the deal with Pat Riley, not me calling him up, because there's no way I would ever do that. Although I would like to have a good Heat season next year, championship season, make my life a lot easier. Make my life a lot. And then I could just pump sunshine all the time, Vlad, which is what I'm known to not do sometimes. Or maybe known to. I thought about this yesterday too, Vlad, as I was walking downstairs, because I think about things. At one point yesterday, at some points and all yesterday, I talked about believing the Dolphins could go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl, believing if the Heat get Damian Lillard could win the NBA championship, still believing in the Marlins because I'm in love with them. The Panthers, we already know they're going to run it back, and they all made it all the way to the finals. And I said Inter Miami was the best club team in CONCACAF. Yet, I was criticized for being way too negative on the local teams. Does that sound very negative to you, Vlad?
These people are dumb out here, man.
I literally thought back on that yesterday. I was like, I literally said that every team in South Florida could win a championship. Oh, and also Miami Hurricanes made it to the Final Four last year in basketball. They have a chance with Coach Larinaga. FAU's got a good chance. The baseball team's got a new coach. The football team, I've been high on Mario Cristobal even when they were low last year. I'm just, and the bad thing is, I'm being honest. I'm not pandering to anybody of our Miami teams. You know what else I love, Vlad? Something or nothing. LeBron James, think he's something or nothing?
Oh yeah, man. Listen, these messages have been hysterical, bro. By the way, Heat fans, I got a question for you.
Oh no.
If you won the bubble title, would you claim that as a bubble title? Like,
No.
or would you claim it as a world championship?
It's a world championship.
Oh, okay, I'm just asking. Because there's certain people now who are Heat fans saying that that bubble title didn't mean anything. And I'm just wondering, is it because he beat the Miami Heat in gaining that title in the bubble? Because I know this. If it was the other way around, the Heat beat the Lakers and they beat LeBron, you guys would be clamoring and laughing it up and talking hella trash about it. So that just proved my theory that, that you guys are still butthurt after 10 years. And, you got to get it. You got to get over it. But that's it on that.
If any fan anywhere says a bubble title or a COVID title doesn't count, something or nothing next. 560 WQAM. 560 Sports WQAM. I stand with Heat Nation. The bubble season counts. Do not discount our bubble season. It was a great season.
Oh no, they're not counting. That's you're on my side.
It's time to do something or nothing before getting more off the rails. Vikings and my dude, Daniil Hunter, have reached a 1-year, $20 million deal. Is that something or nothing, Vlad?
Oh, it's something because he reported to camp, but he wasn't taking part of any of the drills or any practices because he wanted a new deal. And it's something because they cannot franchise him or tag him with the transition.
Very nice from my guy, Daniil, not Danielle, Daniil. Angels, Taylor Ward, he suffered a facial fracture and is on the IL after taking a ball to the face yesterday. Is that something or nothing?
Of course it's something, man. Nobody wants to take a ball in the face, but nobody wants to get hit by a baseball in the face.
I was figuring that's where that story was going to go. The Cubs will not trade free agent to be Cody Bellinger. They've actually won 8 in a row, and they're looking to be buyers now, not sellers.
I don't know why. Trevor would have to tell us. Trevor from the 203 would have to tell us, but I don't know why. But Cody Bellinger's been playing some good baseball.
He's a great player.
No, but over the last month, he's in fuego.
Cubs are on fire. They're back in the race. They're in that. Milwaukee's leading the NL Central, and they're like 4 games out of wild card, even first place. So they're looking to be buyers now. So that's interesting. The Foo Fighters and Alanis Morissette honor Sinead O'Connor with a cover of Mandinga in Japan over the weekend. Is that something or nothing?
I guess it's something. I guess you're not.
R.I.P. Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah, I gotta be good to the dead.
Anytime, you get the Foo Fighters and Alanis Morissette together, it's pretty cool.
It's cool.
Drake pays over $1 million for Tupac's crown ring, his very famous crown ring. Is that something or nothing?
What's Drake doing, man? Why you want Tupac's crown ring?
$1 million too.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
that's nothing.
It's a lot to pay for jewelry or memorabilia. How do you look? Is that jewelry or memorabilia?
I think it's both.
What trumps the other? Pardon the pun. I don't even know what that means, but I would
memorabilia.
I'd say it's more memorabilia than jewelry. But I would wear that ring
because if you paid $1 million and it's probably worth a little bit more.
Ooh, maybe it's an investment
over the years.
Maybe Drake is an investment. Very smart businessman. Very smart businessman. A Danish man became the first person ever to visit every country in the world on one single trip. And he did not use a plane the entire trip. It took him 10 years. Is that something or nothing?
Wait. He went to every single country?
On one trip, one continuous trip, but did not use a plane for any of the trip. Used boats and trains and cars and feet and everything else. Took him 10 years.
Jeez, this guy's
sounds like the worst trip ever.
It's like Forrest Gump. He's the Danish Forrest Gump.
Oh my god.
He's Dane Gump. That's something. Good, props to that man. Props. 10 years, bro.
It's a nice trip. Nice trip. A man who has spent over $20,000 to turn himself into a wolf now says he no longer feels human at all. Is that something or nothing?
What is this? Jack Nicholson? Wolf? What is going on here?
This dude's in a wolf costume 24/7. This is my thing about this. He said he doesn't feel like a human anymore. Well, you got to pause on that because you're acting like a human by talking. If you're a real wolf, you just howl and
you roar and howl.
Yeah. So I don't know about this guy. There's a lot of questionable aspects of his life.
I think he's selling wolf tickets. Hey, I'll be at the Harrah's in Shreveport, Louisiana next weekend.
Tip your bartender and servers. Steak tartare is great. Love you.
I'll be in Biloxi, Mississippi, September 12th to the 14th.
The Grand Casino. Great job. Love the buffet. Breakfast buffet is fantastic. Last but not least, a dad got a complaint from neighbors because they said he was chopping tomatoes too loud. Not to
Playboy, how you chopping tomatoes from your kitchen that loud that the neighbors can hear?
Not to be outdone, a woman was told to not exercise in her own apartment because she was exercising too loud.
The exercising too loud, I could understand.
Get on that treadmill. Boom, boom,
well, depending
boom,
on what
boom.
type of workout she's doing, maybe she's trying to get it out. The energy.
Okay.
The burn.
Okay. The chopping tomatoes. You got to be in
but
a small
chopping tomatoes.
apartment.
How you chopping tomatoes so loud that your neighbors can hear?
Yeah, chopping tomatoes.
Chopping it near a Bluetooth?
Maybe it's a small apartment and the walls are thin. I don't know. How does that go down? Hey, excuse me. Yeah, I'm Roy from next door. I gotta ask you something. Can you keep it down when you're chopping tomatoes? Huh? Speaking of chopping tomatoes, Vlad, I got an issue.
What's that?
We're gonna get to that next here on Sports Day 560 WQAM.
Uh-oh.
give credit where credit is due. Avisail Garcia, he's batting 186 on the season. Back in the lineup, just hits a triple. And then Yuli Gurriel hits an infield single. And now it is 4-1 Detroit over the Marlins. So good to see Avisail Garcia getting back in the mix, making things happen. Thought he was going to get the inside the park home run because they kind of misplayed it out in the outfield. But no, got the triple. Doesn't matter. All good. Yuli Gurriel getting him in. Oh, Vlad, I gotta get it in tonight, man. I gotta get it in tonight.
Yeah, bro.
I got some issues. I have been tasked with cooking tonight.
And you can't cook crap.
Never cooked in my life.
All right, so let's break it down. How did you get into this situation?
Yeah, I just never cook. So people that I'm around say, you never cook. I was like, there's a good reason. I don't know how to cook. They're like, well, we'll give you a really easy recipe. It'll be not a problem.
I don't like that.
So I'm making soup.
I don't like that.
And
not that you're not making soup. I don't like the fact that they're forcing you.
I know. I don't like that, man.
Like if you tell them, look, I can't cook, and it was like, oh, we're gonna give you something. Didn't you just hear
really
what
easy.
I just said?
And I looked at all the steps, and I was like, that does not look easy.
I don't care if it looks easy
It's
or
on,
not.
it's on 2 different pages too, and it's not like on the other side of the page. I have to go to another one. It's like jump to page 168. So I'm full disclosure.
You said you told them you can't cook.
Yes.
That's it. Don't give me something to cook. I cannot cook. Therefore, I'm not cooking.
I'm really nervous, Vlad. Let me explain.
You know what? You should mess it up. Give them the runs.
I don't think I know how to do that even. Like I really don't know how to cook. Like I can boil noodles. I can cook rice.
I mean, if you could cook rice, you're all right then. Huh? Just cook up some rice
and just throw something over rice, and you're good.
You're good, bro.
No, so
all right, 4-2. No,
okay.
no, I'm sorry. Base hit, man, on first and second, time runs at the plate.
So this is my goal. I need to have I need to have my wits about me. So you know me, Vlad. Sometimes at the end of the show, I can't wait to break into some spirits or something. I gotta have all my resources today. So what I'm gonna do: go home, take a shower, get cleaned up, stay sober. Now I'm still going to Jensen's liquor store to see Manny and get a couple of drinks. That's for that post celebration after my food comes out, or not celebration.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
is your party all vegans?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a
Okay.
vegan night.
Yeah, okay.
But nonetheless, I'm going to go to Jensen's liquor store, North Miami, go see Manny, get a couple of beers, going to go home sober, and I'm just going to follow the recipe as best I possibly can and hope it comes out. And if it comes out and it seems like it's edible, I'll start cracking open some beers and being like, okay, if it's really unedible, then have 2 options. A, just admit defeat and be like, I'm buying dinner tonight. Or B, go get some other food that's already pre-made and try to pass it off.
I would have just gotten some food already pre-made and passed it. Like, do you have to cook while they're there? Or
No. Nobody's gonna be around. That's why I'm cooking, because I'm off
Man.
before everybody.
Hey, bro, during the break, just go on the website and just order some food and that's it.
Go to Full Bloom down in South Beach and
And
just like,
just
I need
warm it
this
up.
delivered. Please come before 5 or 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, before the dinner party, and then just remove all the evidence. Do you cook your food, Vlad? Because you have a lot of times some good Creole/Haitian food here.
No, I don't cook, bro.
Okay, cool. Because your food smells great.
I know.
I was about to say, if you know how to cook, let's go.
I don't want to be chauvinistic, but
I just never learned. And you know how some people have good skills? They're good at some things. They're not good at some things. Like I'm good at production and commercials and entertaining and emceeing and riding bicycle. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things that I do. And I don't have a predisposition. Some people, like literally, you give them like 3 grapes, 2 tomatoes, a knife, and some parsley, and they make you a 4-course meal. That's just their skill. I'm not that guy or girl. Why would I say girl? I'm not that guy. So, okay, we'll see how that
cooking
turns
is
out.
not beneath me, Mark the Heat.
I'm gonna take pictures and I'll send them to you guys.
Yes, I would like to see your no, don't cook. Dan, save yourself the trouble, man.
No, I gotta try this. I'm gonna be sober. This is something that like I'm taking very
So
seriously.
he said his food smells great, not his foot. Go ahead.
Food, come on, man. But I'm actually gonna do it sober. I'm staying sober through the process because I need all my facilities. So I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it'd be
Because if I drink, I'm gonna start cutting corners and being like, and then I'm gonna give up, and then it's just gonna be bad. And then I'm gonna be drunk. Oh man, it's just
now
too
if you cook well, is that gonna
might be opening up a Pandora's box here.
Oh, she's gonna want you to cook more?
I would guess if you're a good cook and they don't, and other people don't have to cook. Then
You're gonna have to throw like parties and
I know,
get-togethers and all
but
of
no,
that.
you're actually good. Like, oh, you don't have to placate me. I know I'm not that good. No, seriously, cook again. Like, nah, stop. You know it wasn't that good. Oh goodness, I'm in a tough spot. Like if you
But
do good,
guess what?
I have to do more. But if I do bad, then I'm kind of shunned.
No, you know what? I've turned around after listening to you and remembering your cost of buying vegan dinners. Maybe it's good that you start learning how to cook. That way, you save yourself money on these
That is a
vegan
good
dinners.
idea. That is a good idea too. Like, well, why go out? I like cooking. I do a good job.
Yeah,
Instead
because
of spending
you're paying
$100 a meal,
$100 for nothing,
and this way I can pay like 20, 25, and I'm good.
and you can cook
And I can be like, hey, look, and I
and
can
save the rest.
it's
for
the brownie
alcohol.
points. Yeah, well, definitely for that. But it's the brownie points too. Like, look, I'm cooking, I'm doing all this. Also, like, let's open up some drinks. You know, get a little extra, maybe a little leash. A little leash. A man without leash is not a man. Just saying. Well, we know that we're cooking with Eli Apple. We're cooking with apples here in South Florida.
You
Eli
bobbing
Apple.
for apples?
We're not, you know, I don't know if we're bobbing for apples, but Eli Apple, the newest member of the Miami Dolphins, he is hopefully going to step up in the spot of Jalen Ramsey. Maybe Cam Smith can show why he was a second-round pick, make some things happen. Maybe Noah Ibn can show why he was a first-round pick. I don't know. That'd be nice. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you always go that Noah, man.
I'm not. I just want him to play well. I mean, Jonathan Taylor was on the board still. Didn't need him. Dalvin Cook still hasn't signed with the Jets. I thought
He hasn't signed with anyone. He's visiting them today.
I thought by today we'd come on and be like, oh, it happened. Okay, we figured it. Dalvin Cook to the Jets.
Nah, he's probably gonna wait a couple more days and then see if somebody gets hurt.
It's kind of like like we said with everybody else. Like, just wait till someone gets hurt.
And
it's an
also,
inevitability.
when you're a vet, like
you don't want to go to training camp.
Not right now.
No, too
Not
early.
right
Look,
now.
look what's happening. Joe Burrow, Jalen Ramsey. They have some other
a lot of non-contact injuries.
Yeah, it's that time of the year, man. Oh man. So yeah, we're gonna see what goes on with that. We've been discussing who is the greatest Miami Heat player of all time at each position, and we've gotten mixed reviews.
Oh, come on. I just do that because I know if I throw that name out, if I throw the Kings name out, all these Heat fans will just they muster all their frustration out, you know. They muster all their anger and need a shirt. So go ahead. That's why I do it.
For the first time today, someone's thrown some shade at Eli Apple, Mark the Heat. He jumped on the Twitch page and said, ain't nobody in SoFlo excited about that bozo Eli Apple, who is whack as hell.
Did you read the second message?
Can I?
Go ahead.
Vlad, relay to Eli Apple. I want smoke with him, and we'll have him looking like Spence.
All right, I'm gonna go to practice this week, and I'll let him know that, Mark the Heat fan, and I'll let his uncle know, Michael Blackson, who will be at the Dania Improv this weekend.
Whoa!
So I'll let his family know that you want smoke with him. By the way, I'll let you know if I see Eli Apple with Eminem, I feel bad for you.
I do like Mark the Heat saying, Dan Day in his palatial luxury condo just have a chef prepare a meal. I like that you.
Yeah, like Emerald's right there at Dan Day's.
Man, we're from the same city.
Like Gordon Ramsay's gonna be right there.
A palatial luxury condo.
By the way, who's in?
I do have a nice condo.
I know you're gonna say this in headlines, but this is when I knew Terrence Crawford was gonna knock out Errol Spence Jr. It wasn't even the black Air Force Ones because we already knew both of them were wearing black Air Force Ones, so we already knew somebody was gonna get knocked out. Eminem came out with him. He's saying, "Lose yourself."
Yeah, I was wondering why this Eminem talk is going around.
Yes. So prior to the fight and leading up to the fight,
nothing like a fight though.
All Access on Showtime, Crawford versus Spence. They had there was a scene where Crawford was talking to I think Shakur Stevenson, and he was like, "Yo, who should I come out with, man? And who you gonna come out with?" And he's like, "Man, it'd be crazy if I come out with Eminem." And Shakur was like, "Yo, that'd be so different. Nobody's ever come out with Eminem. You get Eminem to come out,
that's big."
And Eminem saw that and through social media got to him and say, "Bud, you're my favorite fighter. I'll do it." And lo and behold, when they were coming out, Spence was the first one to come out. And Spence, I believe, he just came out to someone, just a regular rapper, right? Whatever, maybe his boy. I don't remember. But then when Crawford came out, and then you heard, you got one shot, and all of that. You hear the beat
in the music moment, the only.
And then you see M come out. It was like, oh, this guy got M to come out. Yeah, you got the Hermit to come out.
I'll tell you this: 8 Mile still holds up to this day. You give me 8 Mile without commercials. I don't need the commercials. I need to watch it through and through. I'm down with that.
Yeah, but I got Eminem to come out, and And that's when I was like, yeah, he's gonna whoop it. He's gonna win. I didn't know he was gonna whoop that ass like he did. I mean, that was a dominant.
The reason I
performance.
went with Crawford is when we were kind of reading off the bios, they said that he's the best, both way fighter, and he can cross you up, and he can fight awkward and lefty. And then I was like, man, he's just got too much of an arsenal, man.
He does. Spence did something early in the fight that I was shocked. He started back fighting left-handed, like in a left-handed stance, and I was like, oh, you going unorthodox, trying to
change things up.
Yeah, you're trying to, but that's not you. That's not you. I mean, I can understand if you're trying things, but he might not be the guy to try things with. He's like a computer, bro. Once he downloads your strategy, boom, it's over. It was Rap City.
Man, so bad that Vlad does not want a rematch.
I don't want to see a rematch.
Whew,
by the way, we have a tied game in Lone Depot Park.
Me and my girl getting okay. Except
I think your girl started hearing you talk about cooking. She got all excited.
Maybe I'm getting lucky tonight. Maybe the Marlins will win. That's what I call getting lucky. 4-4 in the fifth. All right, we're good. See what happens with that. Oh yeah. Menu did text in, and this is very misleading. Dan Day brushes shoulders with Messi at restaurants. Yes, Messi and I have been known to go to the same restaurant, Cafe Prima Pasta, but I'm not living that life, obviously. Wait till dinner comes out. I'll post it on all the social medias at Dan Day Radio, at Vlad.
I need to see their reactions.
I might do some video too if things get haywire, or if things go really well. I might do a video.
If they puke, you gotta show it.
I know. I do have to do that. Oh, let's get some headlines real quick. In the wake of Jalen Ramsey going down, the Dolphins have signed free agent cornerback Eli Apple to a 1-year deal. Tyreek Hill has tweeted out, "Practice gonna be fun." Talking about tomorrow, because they did practice earlier today, but apparently Tyreek Hill and Eli Apple did not match up. Those two have talked some noise in the past, but Eli Apple has assured us that's all in the past, and it's just being competitive and talking noise. They've actually chopped it up together at the training table and in the locker room. So really nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, it's just friendly trash talk. I don't know about Stephon Diggs, though.
Stephon Diggs, he seems like he holds a grudge a little.
Well, he holds a grudge against his own quarterback, so
Yeah, he didn't show up for half the practice.
So,
Sony Michel is retiring after 5 seasons. He won Super Bowls with the Patriots and the Rams.
He could have had a better career.
He could have had a better career. I thought he could have had a lot more.
I thought he was going to be legit coming out of Georgia. Coming out of Georgia. He won a title with New Orleans. I mean, not New Orleans, New England. And he was supposed to go to the Rams and be the guy.
Yeah. And then the Dolphins, he just got cut in the preseason last year.
Right. And then he went back to the Rams.
Still, he got his rings, played his 5 seasons. Was it he and Nick Chubb were together at Georgia? That were the 1-2 punch?
I might be right. Or he might have been after Chubb. I got to check.
Well, speaking of college football, the Hurricanes football team held an elite recruits cookout yesterday. I can actually grill. I'm okay with the grill, Vlad. I'm good. So if it were,
why don't you grill?
Well, put a bunch of bell peppers and mushrooms on the grill, on the Barbie, and just skewer them. I don't know. I got a recipe to follow. Soup, an easy recipe.
That's the other thing. They forcing you, like they telling you, like you're a little child. I don't like it, cousin.
Tough times.
Yes, they were both in the same draft, 2018, Nick Chubb and Sony Michel. One guy is, one of the best running backs in the league. And
one's retired.
The other guy won 2 titles, though.
I know.
Which career would you rather have, Nick Chubb or Sony Michel?
Nick Chubb, check this out.
He's got 2 of them things.
2. I can wear one on each hand. What about you? Oh, never mind. Hurricanes, they do begin practice Tuesday, game 1, Friday, September 1st, 7 p.m. against Miami of Ohio. Vlad, we have stressed this many times. You need to win that game because it is going to screw our whole entire Labor Day weekend if they lose.
Oh, that's the number one reason that they got to win.
Oh,
they win, they ruin my Labor Day weekend.
I'm going to be upset. Marlins don't have me upset right now. They're 4-4 with Detroit. They're at the end of the 5th inning. Come on, I hope I get lucky tonight. Come on, Marlins, make me lucky. Inter Miami, they're going to face Orlando City Tuesday at Drive Pink Stadium in the knockout round of League's Cup. Orlando, the true bad organization they are, sent out a message on social media telling both Inter Miami and Messi that they will be ready.
You talking hella trash coming to Drive Pink Stadium? That's a lot of track. That's
Once again,
you're gonna be Messi, and by the way, that's a shot, obviously.
It's obviously a shot at Messi. Come on.
No, it's a shot at Inter Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Because they said Messi and Inter Miami. They ain't like he didn't say, "Oh, we'll be ready for Inter Miami." They said we'll be ready for Messi. Oh, and yeah, you too, guys. Yeah, you too, Inter Miami.
I would just
what? Messi's having a hat trick first half.
I know he's gonna be mad. Be like,
first half hat trick.
He can't even pronounce Orlando City. He's like, I don't need to. I'm not worried about them. Another thing is like, I'm still waiting for the tweet or the X that says we're not completely ready for you, but maybe we'll be by game time. That would be an interesting tweet, Orlando City. I'm just saying. We talked about Terrence Crawford. What a man! He dominated Errol Spence Jr. with a 9th round stoppage in MMA. Justin Gaethje? Yeah. The announcer pronounced it Gaethje last night, but then again, he was yelling into a mic. Dustin Poirier, he knocked him out. 2nd round. Done. There'll be a rematch, though. We'll be ready for that. F1, Belgium Grand Prix.
Max Verstappen.
Earlier today in Women's World Cup action, just no reason. I can't give you any in depth.
It's a little funny inside joke because we always say like there's nobody more dominant in sports right now than Max Verstappen. Like nobody.
Do you want some insight? He had the pole and he never was behind and he won even though we knew he was going to win. Like, do you want me to record that and just play that over and over again?
It's almost funny now. Like it's almost like, is there an F1 race? Yes. All right, just put in your headlines. Max Verstappen won.
Well, we also know that there's another foregone conclusion when it's an F1 race.
And Lewis Hamilton's gonna finish 4th. I've got our boy Lewis Hamilton's gonna
finish
4th.
We love you.
The ladies love you.
Your odds on the bets for F1 races are probably like to make 100. You have to bet
how much money you have
$4,000.
How much money you have to bet on Verstappen and win like $100?
$4,000 to make 100. What is it? Minus 4? Is it minus?
Is it like minus 4,000?
4,000 to make 100.
Oh Jesus.
That's just not the type of risk I'm willing to take. For some reason, the one time
to win $100, I'm not really, even though it's a given 4,000 that I'm gonna get that $100 back.
Yeah, I don't need $100 that bad. Just for some reason, something would happen, like Verstappen gets held up at the airport or something. I don't know. Women's World Cup. You know I love the ladies. Morocco defeated South Korea 1-0. Switzerland and New Zealand scoreless tie. Norway, they trounced the Philippines 6-0. And Colombia, they shocked Germany 2-1. Congratulations to the Colombian ladies.
Shout out to Colombia.
I love all the ladies. Colombian ladies, great. I love them. Hardworking people too, by the way. So much respect and love.
Hardest working people. Spend the most money in the U.S.
Work hard, play hard. Great people. Love them.
We love them.
With that being said, Vlad, you've been on one today too. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what got into you earlier, but you've been on one today. And for those that don't know, it's probably best you don't know. Let's go ahead and take a step into the day spa. I like this one, Vlad. After agreeing to going halvesies on a date, a man intentionally ordered too much food just to drive up the cost on his date.
Wait, she's taking him out today?
They're going halvesies. And just to spite her and kind of himself, he ordered too much food just to drive up the bill.
No, I get it.
I don't understand why you would do that, though. You've agreed. If she was paying for everything.
Yeah, I would do that. Like, why would you go ahead? First of all, why would we go? We're doing that at a date. If I'm going halvesies, I'm paying for what I ordered.
That's usually what you would do.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's actually just raising his own meal.
Yeah, you're cutting your nose off to spite your face.
Yeah.
Sounds like he's not the brightest dude out there.
No.
It's probably no second date. That's one of those ones.
That's probably the reason why she doesn't want a second date.
That's one of those ones at the end of the night, you don't even like mince your words. You're just like, it's not going to be a second date. It's nice knowing
That's what she probably told him.
Nice knowing you. Like one day I met a girl at the beach, a woman at the beach, randomly, of course, me and a friend. And we went back to the apartment. We're all joking around, drinking, having a good time. And at the end of the, visit, I was like, well, here, let me get your phone number. I'll call you sometimes. Vlad, she goes, oh, I don't own a phone. My response to that was, it was nice meeting you. Have a nice life. Because I'm never going to see you again. If you're
I was supposed to contact with each other.
That's what I said. Well, she obviously has a phone. She just meant like,
I don't want to give you a number.
I don't want to give you my number.
So did say that.
She goes, I don't have a phone. I said, nice meeting you. Hope you have a nice life. And I wasn't mean. I was just like, I know what you, let's not play around and be like, maybe we'll see each other out sometime.
No. You played it right. She tried to play you and you played her.
Yep. Like, even if you did, never seeing you again. Let's do that.
Nasty work.
See, we were talking about Max Verstappen and gambling. Up next, Vlad, I want to talk to you about maybe not just your own personal gambling, but gambling in general. There was recently an interesting story where Las Vegas lost a lot of money because of a certain sporting event. South Florida might have been involved. We'll discuss that next here on 560 WQAM. Must bet $5,000 to win $100. Max Verstappen's next F1 race. Why not, Vlad? Why not take the risk for a quick $100?
That's a lot of money to spend to get $100.
To get $100. That is a high risk, low reward. Just in case, But Vegas, they're not idiots. They come through. They make their billions and they have big time stuff. But
I'm hungry now.
Why are you hungry?
Watching the Marlins Taco Tuesday ad.
Taco Tuesday. I haven't had a taco in a while. Nonetheless,
I'm sorry. I just saw the food.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You have to go off the rails every once in a while.
Off the rails. This show's off the rails.
It's always off the rails on Sunday, especially. But recently, the city, or Vegas, the sports books took a huge hit.
They went off the rails too?
$6.6 million off the rails.
Holy mother of Christ.
And you know whose fault it is?
Who's that?
Florida Panthers.
How so?
They played a team called the Vegas Knights in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, I was there.
Well, people that lived in the Las Vegas area, you go bet on your home team. It makes the games more fun. Well, those people have easy access to doing it. It's not like, if it had been Dallas versus the Panthers. So all the locals in all of Nevada went into Las Vegas, put some money down on the home team, and said, heck, this will make this series more fun. Well, that home team won. Florida Panthers were not able to come up with a win, and it cost Nevada sportsbooks $6.6 million because of a hometown bet and access to betting.
Wait, repeat that again. Because the Panthers did not
beat the Vegas Knights
at home in any of the home games?
No, it's just the whole series.
In the whole series.
So, if it had been like Dallas versus the Panthers, there wouldn't have been as much action on the games.
But because the Panthers were playing against
Vegas,
and Vegas is obviously people.
The whole state of Nevada is like,
right.
Oh, I'm going to go bet on the home team.
Right.
And I'm right here in Vegas.
And they won.
So
Vegas is going to take a pound.
They took that $6.6 million bet.
They're going to take a profit loss. Yeah.
They're going to take that loss right there. So maybe Vegas doesn't want at least the sports books don't want their teams doing good, because that's what people, I don't have to tell you, Vlad. Everybody knows that you bet on the home team sometime for fun. Oh, the Heat are in the finals. I'm going to go bet $100 on them. Just, make the games more interesting to show that I'm invested and do things like that. Exactly what happened with the Vegas Knights. And since people live close to Vegas or in Vegas, it made them very accessible. Therefore, sportsbooks take a $6.6 million loss. Have you ever done
That's crazy. So that's literally this is an interesting article right now that you just brought up.
Yeah, it's brought up by the Los Angeles Times, who we love.
Because if you're the casinos, you're the bet the sports book, you want all this gambling to happen.
Overall, $323 million from just Nevada residents alone on this.
But how are they going to root against their own team? But the sports book is going to want Vegas to lose.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Because they took a $6.6 billion hit. Wow. But they bet 320. So Nevada residents bet $323 million in whole, and Vegas took a $6.6 million. So,
but guess what? The city of Vegas. But guess what?
Vegas paid out $330 million.
Right, but the city of Vegas is going to do well. People have money to spend.
It's all cyclical.
The state of Nevada.
It's cyclical. Yeah,
and there's no state tax.
Look.
That's some good money.
I don't feel bad for the books, because they're going to always get their money in the end.
Get it back.
Don't feel bad.
Don't get it back.
We've got friends like Mark Hawkman that'll go back there and help them bet the world.
So wait a minute. Would that mean that, say, hopefully, the Seminole Hard Rock has a sports book?
Eventually it will. Oh, come on. Eventually it will.
It reopens again.
I don't think I'm going out on too much of a limb and saying eventually
it reopens again.
If not every state, 4 out of 5 states in the United States will legalize sports gambling. But go ahead.
And some craziness is happening in the Marlin Tiger game. All right, so say that Florida has a sports book, and say the Canes.
The Dolphins.
No, let's say the Canes.
Okay, either way.
Oh, okay, fine. Say the Heat are in the finals again, and say they're playing whomever
Denver
in the
again.
West.
Denver again.
Okay, they're playing Denver again.
Everybody thinks they're the best team in the NBA because they won the championship.
With the Seminole Hard Rock, will obviously will be showcasing a lot of Heat support because that's the local team down here. But if the residents if the residents in the state of Florida put money on the Heat to win the finals, Sportsbook would be rooting for the Nuggets.
Their wallet would definitely be rooting for the Nuggets, yes, because I don't even think I would go down there and put some money on the Heat just for fun. I mean, even though it's a little bit of money, like I said, $100, especially if the Heat weren't the favorites. Woo!
But the Knights were the favorites.
They were.
So that means people were spending a lot, big money on them.
That did save them a little bit because if they weren't the favorites, whoo.
No, if they weren't the favorites, you would want the Golden Knights. They would want the Golden Knights to spend money.
No, but the fans are betting on.
They would be. Oh no, well,
the fans are betting on Vegas
State, right,
no matter
right.
what.
Yeah, they're betting on Vegas
because it's just you're just making a hometown bet. You don't care if you're favored by $1 billion or if you're favored to lose by $1 billion.
That is tough because that is rough.
So your heart says
your heart as a fan is rooting for that team to win,
but your wallet says no. Like if you're a sports book, your wallet's like, oh man, oh man, don't let us down. Actually, let us down.
That's nasty work.
Have you ever done any hometown betting? Have you ever known that like this team's probably not going to win, but I'll go ahead and bet on them anyway?
I don't like betting on my teams that I like.
Right, that's a smart move.
Unless I really feel like they're going to win.
That's a smart move.
But I don't usually bet on the teams that I like.
I'm trying to think of the worst bet I've ever put down. Oh, so many of them. That's why I don't gamble anymore, really, because I lose so badly, man.
We got a 5-4 Marlins lead.
There we go. Getting lucky tonight. See, you start cooking. Next thing you know, your lady starts cooking, getting hot, scored 5 unanswered. Whew, talk dirty to me. Avisail Garcia, too, by the way, much maligned by me.
Well, it's his second hit of the game,
Second hit of the game. He's raised his average from 186 to probably
200?
200 because he's only played a few games this season. Maybe that's just what our relationship needed. And there's another base hit. Avisail Garcia, just what our relationship needed, Vlad. Me and the Marlins and Avisail Garcia batting right at the Mendoza line. Whoo! Whoo! Sexy. Got some bullpen pitchers in there now.
Did you just say sexy?
Yeah, it is sexy.
Oh,
Jazz Chisholm could be coming back. I was going to say a joke just there, but I decided that was not appropriate for right now, at least not on the air. Oh, man. Come on, Marlins. Hey, Gene Segura batting probably. What's Gene Segura betting, you think? I'd say like 201.
Let's check.
I wish they would show it on TV because I don't feel like going to the computer.
I'm checking right
There
now.
it is right there. 220. Look at me giving Gene Segura not enough credit. Man. Okay. So right now I'm hot on the Marlins.
But our boy Luis Arraez is 0 for 3.
Yeah,
so
I
he's
know.
batting 378. After he was at 385 yesterday. Or
I
384.
was trying to stay high, Vlad.
He's good.
It's almost the end of the show. You know, you're going to try to get high at the end of the show. Always trying to get high at the end of the show. We are going to get high next. We're going to close this thing out here on 560 WQAM.
Well, I didn't really think about it too long, Greg. I never let the ego get in the way. So I think when I played, I never even looked at myself that way either. I always want to make myself uncomfortable, get the best out of myself. A little insecurity, I would say, to get the best out of myself. And even afterwards, you just, there's so many great players around me. But I am proud of getting here for sure, man. It was a long road. I had to be patient. Good things take time. I never doubted myself when so many doubters were out there, but that was the best thing about it. It just helped motivate me to be my best, gave me that chip on my shoulder.
That's the great Zach Thomas, who will be going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame next weekend, talking about there were doubters. Never doubt yourself. You have great players around you. Go out there and prove it every single day. That's a man. He's bring your lunch pail to work every day type of guy, man. Just hard working. SOB is the way I'd put it.
We'll be on when these Hall of Fame inductions are happening.
He's going first too.
Oh yes, they already said the order.
He is going to be up first, getting that gold jacket. About time, man. Zach Thomas was just a monster when he played.
Zach was great, man. Zach and JT, Sam Mad, Pat Surtain,
Channing Crowder,
Tim Bowens, Channing, Daryl Gardner. That was a good team. That was a good defensive team, man. Jimmy and Wanstad had a good defensive scheme. It was different. It was a different identity at that time. And it's good to see two of the Dolphins. It's good to see JT and Zach in the Hall of Fame. And it's took a while for Zach to get in. He should have been in at least to me years earlier, but he is in now. Congratulations to him.
What did Mama always say? It's not how you get there, it's that you get there. That's the main thing. People have their agendas. People vote the way they vote. You're deserving. You finally got in. Enjoy. Glad he got in.
Yes,
Glad he got in.
And I can't wait for next weekend. Also, I got to show love to my Jets. Joe Klecko and Darrell Revis will be going to the Hall of Fame as well.
Deserving, very deserving.
Very deserving. And it's going to be great to see, Zach get the gold jacket, man.
Yeah, very deserving. I just man, he was just a hard-working guy that got in there, worked every play, and his peers just absolutely love him. Channing Crowder, who played with him, who works here, you can hear him on Hawk and Crowder weekdays from 2 to 6, over the moon about what he learned and playing with Zach Thomas. Said that he learned not just about playing the game of football, but about the economic side of football, about the business side of football, and about just being a better human being altogether. So if you can do all that and be one of the best players in the league at the same time, you're all right with me and deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. He was absolutely wonderful. Trying not to look at the TV right now, Vlad, because some of the texters text in. Menu text in. Can you do a 5th hour? Vlad, you want to stick around for an extra hour?
Are they paying me?
No. Okay. He also said, AJ Puck getting into the game. You guys might jinx if you do an extra hour. And I said, he better not. Puck it up. He's in the 7th inning. He got the first out. Okay. Then he gives up a single. Vlad, I can't look at the TV anymore.
So he's gone from closer to setup.
Yeah, I can't look at the TV, Vlad, because I'm scared that we're going to get kicked off the air permanently if I start mouthing off like I was the other week.
This is almost becoming a weekly segment now. Last segment of a show,
Sunday.
And the Marlins are playing a game, and they're leading in late in the game. Will AJ Puck it up?
Can we get Skip Schumacher on the show? So before you go, Skip, is there any way you can not put AJ Puck in the games on Sundays? It really, really kind of messes up with the end of the show and our weekend and everything like that. It mean a lot to us. Oh, so nervous now, man. So nervous. So we know today, Eli Apple, he is the newest defensive back for the Miami Dolphins. Jalen Ramsey get better. Hopefully those guys can hold down the fort.
Did you just say fart?
Fort.
Yeah, you're thinking about your cooking later on today.
Cam Smith, he's the guy I'm really hoping out to be really, really great. We're hoping that'll be also good. Miami Heat, we tried to decide who the greatest Heat player of all time was, or at least in each position number. Some people kind of pushed back that LeBron James shouldn't even be coming off the bench when it comes to Heat players.
By the way, I like to let you know the person that was texting all this to me ended up saying LeBron's going to finish as the second best player of all time.
Oh, they okay, just not with the Heat. We also found out that some Heat fans aren't happy that the Lakers get full credit for winning in the bubble, but they're also mad that the Heat get it. That it doesn't. Well, I don't understand that one. I'm not getting into that.
And they said so they're upset because I said LeBron. I would put LeBron as the point because he's a point forward, point guard. Okay, whatever. We're playing positionless basketball now. There's not a really set position for people because you say Dame is a point guard, but he's also scores 30 points, so he's a guard. He's a scoring guard. But in order for me to make my top 5 of Heat players, I got to put Jimmy in there. So in order for Jimmy to be in there, I got to put LeBron at the point. That's it. I'm not saying.
And
I'm
let
just
me go
saying,
on the
guess
record.
what? And by the way, when I say at the point, that means he's controlling the ball. He's running the offense.
Let me go on the record too to say that what happened in the bubble in all the sports counts. I don't want to hear all this nonsense. For any team, for anywhere, for anybody, for any argument, it counts. Earl Spence Jr. sitting in a dark room right now.
Oh yeah, man.
He counted last night when he got hit in the face and the side and everywhere else.
God. Dude, we said he looked like Martin from when Tommy Hearns gave him the business.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Damn, man, he looked bad. First of all, both of them. Let me tell you this. Y'all need haircuts. Both of them boys need a haircut. They need a barber immediately.
You think they make enough money? Maybe they're just waiting until the payday after the
This is
fight.
when you know it's bad. This is when you know it's going to be nasty work. Them boys were wearing black Air Force Ones, and they had no shape up. It was some It was nappy.
You're supposed to tighten up.
You have to be tight. You have to tighten up. You got to come on, man.
I tightened up yesterday.
You look good. You fight good. Yeah, he wasn't looking good at all. He wasn't fighting good. That boy got hurt.
So Vlad had a good night catching the fights. He was out at Duffy's implantation for part of the time. Always a good time. Tonight's going to be an interesting one for me. I am tasked with cooking a vegan soup, even though I don't know how to cook. Oh, I'm staying sober for that. But I mean, the second I get finished cooking, I'm with bated breath because AJ Puck is on the mound. I'm the second I finish up cooking or fail at cooking, I am going to crack open some beers and go buck wild. What's the over-under? Since we've been talking about betting, over-under that I make a somewhat edible meal. Likely, unlikely? I'll say likely.
I have faith in you, cousin.
Thank you. Everybody has. Everybody seems to have faith in me except for me. I'm going to follow the menu and stay sober. And staying sober is half the battle, right, Vlad?
No, you're not going to stay sober when AJ Puck just walked the bases loaded now.
This show can't end soon enough.
I might break.
We might just go ahead. Yeah,
I might hit the show really early if he gives up a run right now.
Just play up a salt. No, seriously, I'm not even joking with you, Vlad. If he gives up this lead, just go to commercial. Just go. Like, cut me off in the middle of a sentence. I cannot deal with this. AJ, I'm getting texts from all my friends right now. Look, he's doing it again.
Yep,
No, go
he
to
just did
commercial.
it.
Bye,
He did it.
bye.
He did it. He did it. He did it. He did it. He pucked it up again. He pucked it up again. For the love of baseball. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Every time. Every time. Right when we're about to leave. We want to leave on a high note. Marlins winning. You good with your girl. You about to cook for your other girl. Everything is good. But once AJ Puck comes in.
I want everybody to understand this. If you're watching on Twitch or YouTube or listening on 560 or the Odyssey app, this is not an act. Vlad and I are seriously mad. This is not an act.
Dude, if you...
No, we're losing 6-5 now. We
Fam,
can't even tie the game.
Literally about to say what I wanted to say last.
I wouldn't blame you. And I mean, I'm getting texts this whole 7th inning, not even the 9th inning. He's going to puck it up. Puck sucks. Menu's texted in already like, it sucks. And you know, he's going to. Everyone's sitting there saying it's going to happen, except for Skip Schumacher. You know what? Sorry, I'm yelling. AJ Puck, you don't slide. Skip Schumacher, you don't slide on this.
Yeah, nah, I can't let.
We called it 2 weekends in a row. That's what makes me the most mad, Vlad.
What the puck is going on here?
Designate that man for assignment. I'm sorry.
Bro, I was just thinking that. Like, he really needs.
He needs to figure some things out.
He should be. I'm sorry. I don't like people losing their jobs, but he's got to go. He's got to
not
leave
gonna
the
lose his job.
He's got to leave
Designate
the
him.
Marlin roster. No, he needs to go somewhere else with another pitching coach who can figure out his mechanics and tweak it and fix them. Because guess what? You're a contending team right now in the postseason, and you have a left-handed pitcher, and we all know how valuable left-handed pitchers are, especially left-hand relievers. And this guy just can't get an out. He can't. You can't put that man in any situation to either hold a game or save a game. He can't close. So you get David Robertson.
Please.
All you're asking that man is hold it down for an inning.
38-year-old David Robertson can't get here soon enough. Okay, I don't want to end on a negative note. I want to end on a happy note. Give me something to smile about, Vlad. Anything good? Or what are you doing tonight? What are you doing tonight after you get over the initial anger that we're going through right now in our lives?
I'm probably watching Yankees-Orioles tonight. That's it.
That's gonna be a great. That's gonna be Aaron Judge back. You're formidable right there.
Right. And then
I'll be sending you texts about my vegan soup and my beer that I'll be drinking. Jensen's Liquor Store. Get ready. I'm on my way there right now. I'm not even sticking around after this, Vlad.
I might have to get a drink with you. I'm not lying to you.
You want to go? Let's go right now. I'll go buy you a
That
drink.
is so upsetting, bro. That's absolutely upsetting.
And it's not a joke that we call it every week, and it happens every week.
Like I'm like, look, respect to the organization and the people that we know there, but we keep it a buck here. Like when you're doing great, we show you love.
When we're wrong, we're 100%.
And when we're wrong, I'll be the first to admit I was wrong and give you with the same energy. But this is ridiculous.
Come on, something break on ESPN.
This has been a month already.
Something needs to break on ESPN, like Damian Lillard signing with the Heat, or
No, that ain't
Dalvin
happening.
Cook signing with the
That-
Jets, or the
No,
Heat, or the
Dalvin Cook signing with the Jets.
No,
That make me happy.
now
I don't
Dalvin
think-
Cook signing with the Heat. Now that would be something. That's what I'm looking for right now. Okay, so what we have to look forward to tonight? Me possibly losing my life trying to cook.
Yes, please put in social media.
Oh yeah, I'm going to send you and I'm going to tag you on everything. Orioles, Yankees, they are going to be playing tonight. That is going to be a great baseball game. I
And-
can't even talk about the Marlins. My relationship.
But you know what? Here's some goodness. Here's some good news.
Go ahead. Good. Max Verstappen won.
That's always good news. For
Whoa!
Tomorrow morning,
Mhm.
6 a.m. to 10 a.m., Joe Rose Show, live from Dolphins training camp. That's going to be great. And 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Tobin and Leroy, back from Vegas, back from Fight Night. They will be able to tell you what was around, all the celebrities that were there. They had Goosies for the Spence Crawford fight. And then we have 2 to 6 Hawkman and Crowder.
And Crowder's back from the fight too.
Crowder's back from the fight.
And I'm sure Hawk's
the
got
pivot.
some awesome sports and food
And
takes.
he spoke to both of those fighters before the fight.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
So we can't
And
say that they
then-
were a jinx this time, because I think the last person they talked to was Bud Crawford. So I always go with the last person he talked to, and he won.
And then next weekend, 3 things are for sure. You and I will be on
Hall of Fame inductions.
Saturday and Sunday. That's for sure.
Right. Hall of Fame inductions.
Max Verstappen will win an F1 race.
Oh, that's number one.
And then Sunday we'll be right here cussing at
AJ Puck.
Thank you for listening. This has been Sports Day on 560 WQAM.
Later,
slugs.
fools.